Yeah, hi. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so before we start, a small disclaimer. Uh, I would like to clarify that any stocks or companies discussed by me, Ashish, or anyone else during this discussion are purely for educational purposes. Please do not consider them as an investment advice, right? There might be research analysts in this presentation. Nobody is giving an advice which you can act. No. So, yeah. So over to you, Ashish bhai. Maybe we can start with your, introduction for those who do not know you.
Oh, right. Thank you. Thank you to all. First of all, good morning. My name is Aashish Sahu. Basically, I'm by professional, I'm a AWS cloud architect. And let's come to this market. I have only 4 years of experience in this market. I am a swing a positional trader as well as a long-term investor also. So here in Pro Setup, past from 3 years, I'm continuously using the Pro Setup. I'm going to define my strategy basically on core, basically on satellite side. Some portion I will cover definitely on core side, how we choose core stocks and what the beneficiary, how the things we get in down. Like why you think the investment should go on like that on a longer time horizon, friends. So let's start this screen. So let me share. So can I share, Punit bhai? Nice.
Yes, please share the screen, Ashish.
Just let me know when you see all, okay?
Yeah, we can see your screen now.
Yeah, done. Okay, just a second. Okay, let me come to this. Hope you all see my screen, right? Can
Yes.
you see my the PPT? Everyone can reply.
Yes, bro. Yes.
And also
Yes,
many
please.
of you just switched. If you possible, then switched on the camera, so it will be best interactive session. Otherwise, it's feel like I'm talking to AI.
Right.
Last 3 months, I'm doing that only. We're working on the one AI agent. The last 6 months continuously, I have to talk with him like that only. This thing, this and so first of all, welcome to all and good morning. Let's start this trading. What is about it? This report basically this presentation made by me about the swing trading strategy. What exactly I'm using for satellite and positional, and some small portion I will cover about core. Okay. So now coming to this exactly. What is swing? Many people may be little bit confused about swing and positional. This is not two equal things. Swing is very different, positional is very different. Okay. So don't try to mix these things, right? So when I talk, many people say, "भैया मैंने इसको swing में लिया." It's okay. Sure, sir. भैया मैंने इसको swing में लिया. And many people also try, भैया मैंने इसको positional लिया. So they don't get exactly what is swing and what is positional. So let's come to the point. Swing is basically what we are going to capture the price momentum. Basically, we are going to capture the swing of that particular momentum, right? So from some, it's not should be like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year time horizon. It should not be. It's very small time person. उसको हम capture करते हैं. That's called perfectly swing. Positional होता है. Just I build position on some
গুড্ডু
strategy basis.
তো ওখান থেকে বার করে দে না, এটা জিবিটা কেন লাগাইছে?
Someone please mute yourself. So
Continue, Ashish
positional
bhai.
trading is so positional trading basically, I took the position. I know about this company. Something is going to happen next 3 months or 6 months. Then we are going to take the position. We'll stay there until that thesis, investing thesis is going on. When the thesis is over, then we'll get the book everything position, then get out. Okay. So now come to my portfolio. Portfolio consists of two parts. One is core for the wealth build, another satellite basically on the swing and positional only. So each 50% of the capital deploy 50% both one satellite to core. Okay. Now coming to the core portfolio, just I'm taking some time. Just small person, many people have doubt how the core portfolio strategy will be. Basically, the main point in core portfolio investing is basically we're betting on the business cycle. Suppose one company, X company is there. I know that X company is going to do this particular thing when that particular capex, yeah, that particular facility will come to life. Yeah, that particular just I'm taking my example. Example, I'm taking recent trade. Some example, I'm taking Lotus Lab. So we know that Lotus Lab, they are doing great. They are actually on. People know their ARV business, but people don't recognize their CDMO part. It's
Assist
a
by
giant.
a small request. Can you
Yeah,
put
yes.
your slide into the presentation mode? We don't
Yeah,
see the
done
full
that.
screen.
Can you see
Yeah,
right now?
that's great.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank. Welcome. So what's happening core strategy? Just take the example Lotus Lab. Okay. People taking it as a ARB business. They are giving the valuation as a ARB. They say deep cyclical business. And many times US also put bans about the funding about this, all the program, HIV/AIDS program. So people think that it might go to hurt their business. But you don't believe this business, the management, Dr. Chava, who is this founder of this company, he is basically think same thing already he predicted long back on 2023. You don't believe when I read their con call, what clearly he mentioned these things going to happen in next 2 to 3 4 years. We don't know. That's why we're diversifying our portfolio in a different reason. They are diversifying basically in CDMS as well. Like past example also you see Newland Lab. So what is happening in background in Newland Lab? Newland Lab basically if you go to the history of this company, it's basically a commodity player. It's not a specialty. So the transition happening in exactly on 2018 onwards, the transition started. Matlab, that time they think that we are going to do these things and many things. I remember when I entered the market in 2021 or 22, that time the stock is crashed. Many people tell that this promoter is chore, like many people they are telling. But when I read about this promoter, they are scientists. They are not much. They are not like us. They are scientists. So they know better than us how to do all these things. You don't believe? From 2018, they prepare for this thing. That's why the reward come started 2023. If you closely see this company from 23 low, I remember many people are tracking this company at 1400, 1500.
हेलो
So from that point to till now,
हाँ बोलिए
maybe someone can you mute, please? Yeah, from that time, this company is in transition phase from common ball commodity player to specialty chemical. So you see the rewards that time. So if you have these types of weight in your core portfolio, it will take some time like 3 to 4 year or other. But you see in 3 4 year what exactly magic did by Newlander. Same thing will going to happen in Lotus Lab. Just I'm giving one small example. So core investing strategy primarily involve in capitalizing on the business cycle of the particular company, what we are talking, right? And second thing, this core holding, and many people may get wrong that core holding should be like 3 months, 6 months. Absolutely wrong. Core holding does not below 1 year. Believe me, you are here. I think most of this, our founder, the pro setup का founder यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, पुनीत भाई, ask him where we made our wealth. Basically you need to here to build the wealth. It's not return आप बना सकते हो 100 200 लोग पूछ सकते हैं, but this is not wealth. Wealth is massive. If you want to build massive wealth, then believe me, कोच स्टॉक मिनिमम 1 साल पहले इसको बेचने का नहीं. It should be like when no one is accumulating in that particular time you have to accumulation. For that you have the gods and you have to read this business in depth. Okay, so now you can start your entry position. It's pure fundamental play, and you can start the entry with some like you can put the strategy of our क्या बोलते हैं प्रो सेटअप of strategy pocket pivot volume fast IV institutional volume कब buying हुआ on a लो बना रहा है. It's okay, nothing monthly या 3 months में normally I'm tracking course start on 3 months. लो बना रहा है, it's absolutely okay. Just wait and see when the 3 months candle stop lower slow and formation either sideways yeah formation starting of the higher high, right? So when you see on 3 month basis में higher high start हुआ, then you start accumulating those stocks, basically core. But before that you need to read about this company, know exactly what is the business they are going to do, what is the future of the company, how you can invest, stay long in the game. This should be hold. Currently 10 to 15 maximum holding in core, and also currently I'm now tracking around 8 of this currently, which should be suitable for my core portfolio. Many of you know also because in between I'm telling all the business. Okay, so this is overall allocation about the core. Now coming to the main now. Just a second. Now coming to the main part of the satellite in satellite pattern. Thus, all I know everyone here for discussing this satellite. The
Ashish bhai,
satellite for
sorry,
yes,
sorry to
yes.
interrupt you. Just
Hmm.
to reiterate what you just said. So what I understand is that now you are a positional and a swing trader with almost 50% allocation to each, right?
Yes.
By positional you mean your core portfolio, which will include around 10 to 15 stocks, right? You continuously track them and then you wait for technical signals to enter, right?
Yes.
So there are two aspects to it. One is fundamental, which brings the stocks to your watch list,
Yes. Right.
right? That is the
Right.
fundamental criteria. The
That's most
second
important.
entry is purely technical,
Technical.
right? You wait for pocket pivot volumes or
Right.
institutional buying, and
IB.
then you
Right.
enter,
Right.
right? Uh, you hold 10 to 15 positions and try to capture the whole business cycle. So this is the core portfolio, and this has been building wealth for you. Now,
Right.
next comes the satellite portfolio, which includes your swing trades,
Swing
right?
trades. Right. Right. Right.
Okay, so this is another 50%. How many stocks do you normally hold in this
In the swing,
at a time? Yeah.
at a time, max to max 10 to 12 max. Actually,
Okay.
let me clear, I have multiple portfolio holding. So apart from my portfolio, max 10 to 12. Some all other portfolio also 3-4 ऐसे hold करता है, but maximum 12 12 से 15
Right.
max to max उसके ऊपर I can track, मगर you know single person I don't, I won't be able to track this.
Got it. Got it. And most of these portfolios will have overlapping positions
Yes, yes,
also.
overlapping. Yes, yes. Many position as in overlap.
Okay. So now
So
in your satellites swing trading strategies, you are going to explain the strategies that you use to trade, right?
yes,
So
yes, yes.
most of the messages that you or charts that you share with others are belong to this strategy.
Yes, belongs to this strategy because normally I find these three normally to go many patterns like you discuss flag pattern है आपका VCP है, there is lot of pattern is there. So
Hmm.
from these only these pattern are derived from there only. Okay. So what is that? Basically these three, with these three I am playing around all my swing. Apart from
Okay.
hardly I am playing with anything. Okay. So these three are the
Sure.
most 90% chart belongs to these three only.
Okay. Let's start with the first strategy.
Yeah, Ashish
Okay.
bhai and Puneet bhai. Quickly, so core you predominantly see in only 3 month candle or multi time frame candle you do, or which time frame you actually do it for entry, and if at all some fundamental things have changed, are you going to discuss about the exit of core also, or should we discuss it now? Two
Uh,
questions. One is
okay.
whether you do multi time frame or it's a 3 month candle is what is really guiding you. That's the first
Mhm.
question. And
Okay.
second question, you have been following a core stock, so-called core stock for some fundamental things, which is either getting delayed by few years or there's a
Yes.
total breakdown because of some competition entering or whatever it is. So,
Right.
under that conditions, how is your exit? These two are my questions. Thank you.
Right. So coming to the point of multi time frame, no, in core normally I'm holding only performing only if I'm technical basis only 3 months candle, not weekly, monthly. I don't see anything daily volatile. I don't care about. Only 3 months I'm holding. So I just wait for the 3 months candle to be sideways, otherwise making a higher high. Stop the lower low formation, starting up the higher high formation on a 3 months time frame. Okay, first thing. Second, coming to your second point. Exit strategy about core portfolio. Core portfolio consists of 2 to 3 types of exits. Fast exit strategy. Sometime what is happening now? Core portfolio is there. They are in pause state. Why they are in pause state? Because sometime the margin should be in constant. Like example I'm giving, when the new land lab is starting, so the base is very low. That's why the starting of the margin, if you go to the EBITDA margin, it's close to around 12, 13. ऐसे कुछ हो गया था. That is the lower on lower side. So when it's going to on a higher side, so we're betting on that time frame only. That time we're entering the stock. So when they are starting to going upward, so it will go particular on time. You know also after some time, every time on a 2 digit margin, you can't beat every time, right? But that means every time margin it, should be long above 20%. Always it's not possible. So at certain level, certain time, they will like consolidate that time. So this consolidation is part of the holding. I'm not exiting that time also. In some phase, we're exiting just like 30% of the holding, but almost where the rest of the holding we're holding because that is a some type of consolidation. Because you know, in new land, currently, if you discuss new lands now in the particular time, if you read their pipeline is very strong, but they won't maintain the margin like on previously because that was on higher side. Now they are already stable. So now the stable margin they have to go with like 3 to 4 quarter. After that only, if they will make some big capex, then only they can going forward at like a very heavy speed. Now you can see the example Lotus Lab. They are always, you see the margin is already get hampered. Now the margin is going for upwards. And the second most important thing, the margin will now started from lower side of that, I guess 16% or not. That started. So it will go for like 30, 40, sometime 50%. After that, again, it will consolidate, come down to around 40, 35. It will consolidate like for a year. So in that particular phase, the starting phase from lower जो EBITDA margin से जो higher EBITDA margin जाता है, that is basically in that phase. If you see the chart is straight on 45-degree angle. If you closely see any 3 month chart, go to the Newland chart, open it on 3 months, it will go on a straight 45-degree angle. Whenever their margin मतलब वो constant हो जाती है, stabilize हो जाते हैं, now they will be sideways. उसके बाद एक time पे they will again slightly some मतलब variation होता रहता है on daily weekly leave it, but on a 3 months time horizon they will on sideways. After some time again they will go up. So from that onwards again the margin will get uptick. Okay, so this is the basically primary strategy behind the exit of this core stock. Until and unless a big something happening, like you say, some new product entry, some new things has been entered, this management is not doing. Because in chemical pharma you see, if they are not doing R&D, that means this company is doing nothing. Because you know this is the most vital part of any chemical and pharma industry. So some company I see people are shouting like this company doing that capex, this capex, ye capex, so cap. I see just example Blue Jet Health. I see many discussion about it, but I don't find in next 2 to 3 years also they can beat these types of giant like massive giants. They don't beat because they first thing they don't have the capacity to handle these types of things. Second, they don't have the experience to handle new like this complex factor about this new CDMO what now India going on. And the third thing now, India trying to dependent from world is actually on trying to dependent independent from China and basically this API and CDMO. The supply chain de-risks basically now going on. I don't think these types of company will come into any good molecule. उनके पास ऐसे है जो in next 3 to 4 years they can come live and they can give significant revenue to them. So in this particular phase only there is multiple things is happening. So this is I'm talking only 2 to 3 aspects. There is other aspect also which can matter for a core. So that brings you on sideways consolidation phase. Okay, hope you clear about this. Right. So Pulit bhai, should I move to now satellite swing?
Thanks, Aashish bhai.
Thank you. Welcome, bhai. Okay, now I'm moving to this swing, basically the satellite portfolio pattern. So basically, I am performing these three patterns here. First pattern is N pattern with IV formation, institutional volume. I'm going to see you some examples soon. Don't worry. Second pattern is special situation investing with same IV formation. Third thing is earnings day reaction strategy. Every year in a financial year, 4 earnings time you will get. From that 4 earnings time, if you track properly, definitely will crack at least some minimum. You will get some 7 to 8 companies where you can get within very shorter time period. You can get massive wealth. That means I don't know minimum. I am trying to 20 to 30%. But certain time I see they are giving 100% plus also, which I too don't know that this will go into 100%. Okay, so let me clear also here. Many people requested me to assist by tell the reward reach to reward ratio. So here in this particular pattern, maximum I'm trying to 15, 20, 30% mil gaya, it's okay. But in many times we see these pattern are giving 40, 50%. I too don't know, believe me, I don't know about that. This pattern give me 50%, this pattern give me 100%. I don't know that. I can assume that, yeah, this pattern maybe it can go to like 30, 40 minimum. But it can also, it may not also, right? So many times it go due to the whatever you tell due to Jagannath Mahaprabhu or market, I don't know, but many people also don't go. Okay, now coming to the first slide of the N pattern. So see, basically what is N? There, if you closely mark about this particular pattern is this is basically on. You see this first that is the first one vertical. Again, it will come down again for some consolidation. Again, it will start uptick. So I am just adding 3 to 4 recent trade example. Those who I'm taking just recently, and they are also now in momentum. So see, this is the best example of just some day before only this day before only I'm picking GMDC. Already, you know, already message in Technoconda group about my picking all. Just see GMDC. This is the fast day of this candle. See clearly there is a massive. This is the fast IV, which forms a massive volume, 14% around of that day with a very good DCR. Volume is massive, above 4x. That minimum pattern is above 4x. 4x के ऊपर volume था. Now you see after that, look at this volume. 2 to 3 past 3 volume is heavy and massive. The stock is going good. After that, there is some pressure come. This is a indirect sign that the stocks will now go for consolidation. You see, there is a straight decline. There is no such high volume is a pivot volume is there. Very low volume. That's why the stock is going down and it is on consolidation phase. Look, so after downward, after making the low, now it is going on sideways. It don't go up and sideways. Remember one thing, many people last time also get confused. You have to track that entry price of the stock just near to this our IV price. See, this is the IV candle. Here you get two red dots. This is that high of that day, and the second red dots is basically the closing of the price, right? So need to track this price close to that. Some people get confusing. IV यहाँ पे एक IV बनता है. It is going down like 30%. नीचे जाने के बाद यहाँ पे IV बनता है. They are tracking this company. No, these are not fit to the end strategy. Make it clear. In pehle, first you make the IV, then it's go for the right hand side consolidation. You have to track the price close to 3-4% down from this. It's okay. या उसके ऊपर भी हो सकता है, but not much below than this level. या आपका you can say not much below than 20-30%. It won't help you to trade this, right? So it is the primary criteria. If you follow this particular patterns, since you see maybe in our dashboard. Simply, I'm sorry, I forgot to add this screener in actually in this PPT. So basically, I am searching. Do one thing. You can do either from dashboard also. You can do our Google Sheet every day after whenever every day after night. I am going to just do one scanning. Google Sheet. So Google Sheet, I'm two scanning I'm performing. One scan is there, the relative volume greater than 4x. Second scanning I'm doing that particular क्योंकि बहुत टाइम क्या होता है ना, there is IV formation is there, institutional volume का ये IV formation होता है, but the volume is slightly lesser side like 180%, 200, 230 because 4x के ऊपर हम track करें, those will not appear in 4x category. Okay, so track these two column only. You will get these types of pattern here. One thing you have to always remember, every time this IV formation won't work immediately. It will take some time. I mean, try to give some these types of to time. Make a separate watch list. Add these types of stocks to your watch list. Track them closely. At least not if you can track them every day. At least track and 3 days time horizon. Track at least 7 days time horizon. At least track those types of pattern formation. If you see these types of company again coming back, you see here, this volume is there. Again, massive volume. This is called silent accumulation. Every time the institutional is buying all these types of stock. But we think, no, no, this stock is getting corrected, hampered, okay, nothing to track. But believe me, sorry, believe me, this is one of the best pattern. This is very neat and clean pattern. You don't see much more wicks, much more things happening in this particular setup. Those are the wicks. You see, this is the day when there's reversal happening. Why this reversal happening? How can you get those reversal properly? Just go to this day about this company, GMDC. Check the DCR of this company. If you see the DCR, it is definitely above 70%. Go to this day, check DCR.
This is clearly above 85%. Acha,
Right?
Ashish bhai, I have some questions here, right?
Mhm.
How many days of pause do you normally see after an IV has been made?
Minimum, in my experience, minimum it need at least 20 days. Minimum 20 days. It's 15 to 20 days is a
Okay.
must. 2 weeks. If you track also in weekly format, तो आप 2 हफ्ते पकड़ के चलो minimum. And if it is getting around 30 days, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, it is on a हिंदी में है ना, सोने पे सुहागा. These types of things. This getting interested. जब भी these types of setup will go on a 3 weeks या mostly on a 1 month of consolidation. These are the most powerful things because यहाँ पे almost selling is now over. It is out of the momentum section. Now it is testing all these EMAs. If you're tracking 20 MI, you see testing 20 MI, 10 MI, multiple MI, it will going to test. And here onward, the squeezing, every squeezing. That's why we are getting our this clear. You see these green dots and blue dots were happening, right? हमारा TTM भी आ चुका है, blue dot भी आ चुका है, squeezing also happening. So this is the best time to accumulate these stocks. So try to give. That's why I tell make a separate watch list. What people did mistake now, they don't maintain a watch list. Make a watch list. IV N pattern IV. Just I made like N pattern IV. So here I'm adding these things. Constantly I'm tracking with this 2 to 3 days horizon, yeah, weekly time horizon. This day, if you don't believe, this is the day when DCR is going high. If you also, you can put another, if you do in our dashboard also there, in our that Google Sheet also there. कितने में pocket pivot volume आया था normal. I'm not going to IV, only pocket pivot volume. So you clearly see here pocket pivot this day as the pocket pivot volume. So here you see pocket pivot volume with a very strong DCR. Here also pocket pivot volume is there, but DCR strong नहीं होगा. But here the DCR is very high. This is the time to look at these types of stock. Okay, so here
Okay.
onwards, I'm tracking this stock. The next day, I clearly told you I want this price to be IV near to the IV price. You see clearly our closing price near to the IV price. So here onwards, I started my position. That day only I messaged in Technoconda also. Does it
Okay.
again go up, slightly tranche up? I wait for this session. Now this small candle, small that means like small consolidation, again going another IV. So here after this IV, there is two chances is there. Either it will come for another small N shape, otherwise it will go up, 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 up. We can't say that because many times some stocks will come for the retest of this particular swing high level. 2 to 3 days, again they will spend here, again they will go up maximum 7 days, not much more than. Otherwise, it will on Monday it will open like this around the above this IV close price. It will go higher high structure. Okay, so this
So
is basically one. Yes, Praveen.
we have IV pause move strategy in our dashboard,
Yes, you can.
right?
You
It
this
is
day it will
not.
show you.
I tell you, what the difference is between this strategy and the IV pause move strategy that we have. So in the IV pause move strategy that we have in our dashboard, we keep a waiting period of less than 18 days, 15 to 18 days, right? So the pause should not be more than 15 days once the IV, the first IV candle is made, and we need at least a minimum of 3 days pause also. So you are saying that you normally like to wait for the stock, to form another kind of a base for another 20 days,
Yes,
let's say a month or at least
right.
3 weeks.
At least yes,
Okay,
yes.
so that's a difference that we have here.
Right.
Within those 20 days, it might come back to test its 50 EMA, or it will make TTM squeeze, or the range will contract. But
Right.
the end pattern that you want to look is that it makes a big bar, the first bar of the end with a high volume.
Yes.
It takes a pause for around 20 days, right?
Right.
Around 20 bars, 15 to 20 bars, right? And then it starts to move up again with either pocket
Yes.
pivot volumes like these or another IV, or it breaks a tight range.
Anything so that. Right.
Got it. Got
Right.
it.
So
Uh,
hope you
I
all
have a
clear.
question if it is okay to ask right now, Ashish
Yes.
bhai.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sure, Vimaj.
So, is there any maximum number of days that you consider uh, to see for
Uh,
an IV?
Maximum number sometime it's crossed 1 month ever. So maximum 30-35 days तक ये चल जाता है. But after 35 days, many time I see those stocks will go for 45 days, 60 days consolidation जाते हैं. So those types of consolidation you will not get. Example, I am giving you most chip technology. Another is Kirloskar Oil Electric. Those company are making these types of IV coming for NSA, but they will take around like more than 30, 40, 50 days. But some stock after 50 days also they are going to blast, but it's not easy to catch because everything you can catch, right? So if you
Correct. Yeah.
basically want to particularly catch those momentum, so what is happening now? My strategy is very clear here. From this day to these days, why you have to wait there? Track this company from on the day of first day onwards. First day only algorithm में उसको track करते रहो continuously till these types of formation. When you get these types of formation, enter with a good sizing, and it can give you very good amount of return within shorter time frame. मतलब you can say like if you will swing, so maximum 1 to 2 months you will get around 45-50% return. And these are the momentum. After that, you see so there is some consolidation when happening, profit booking
Correct.
also, right?
Correct. And is there a particular drawdown from the IV? So let's say the IV has happened, and after
Hmm.
that, if the stock falls 30%,
Hmm.
would you still consider that after 30
No, no,
days?
no, 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 no. It won't come. It won't come because if it is crossing from this level, IV का जो low है, many types
Mhm.
setup. Always remember this is the IV. When go to the fast IV, that low, mark the low of this company. If many times
Okay.
the stock just going below this IV low, okay,
Right.
so it is somehow hampered the pattern. It won't
Okay.
work. and 30% of बहुत ज्यादा होगा. It will maximum 99% chances that they won't come back easily. They will come. They will take longer time of मतलब consolidation time.
Yeah. Thanks.
Ashish bhai, just to follow up, so as we have seen here, the second yen, you said that it predominantly will be having a blue dot and green dots
Yes,
also.
right.
So can't we just start from there and then go back and see whether it had a IV
Yes,
earlier?
yes,
Okay.
yes. You can. Yes,
Because
you
you,
can.
you were talking about only volume 4x or the IV volumes
Yes.
we were discussing. So I was
Mhm.
just putting a different thought. Can I start with the blue dot, green dot, and then
Yes,
medium
yes,
and go
yes,
on?
yes. It is scanner. Already I give the scanner last. If you see also last meeting last year, already
Yeah,
share the scanner about that only. Previously
correct.
also doing the same thing. I just scan this green dot, blue dot. Then
Mm,
it will appear from this day onwards. It will appear. If you singly only TT map scan koroge, then it will come this day onwards. If you go for both, then this day onwards it will start to appear. So you can do that also. Because but the thing is that these when you get these types of pattern from here, you need to be daily. Your scanning should be very perfect. Sir. Matlab, that means you
mm.
have to give proper time to your scanning. Then only you can get, because there is massive of amount of stocks you will get with this both.
Yeah, yeah, fully agree.
You can
Okay,
do that. You can do
thank
that.
you.
Not us. Well,
Ashish, do you consider trend of the stock at the time of scanning? Because like this, I can see that the trend bars are green. But if you
yes.
traded Ola also using the same pattern, then the trend would have not been green.
No, no, no. Normally in Ola strategy is very different. Ola
Okay.
strategy, by that at that time, Ola, when we read about this company, I get to find that people are concentrating only their scooter and all the business and whatever three. They don't get the background exactly. They are now not so much keen to this. कैसे हमारा EV scooter निकलेगा, whatever doing. They don't keen to this. They keen to this. The background. That means they want the backward integration of this company. They want to make these parts also in India. They don't want to purchase from China. They want to make battery yourself. They don't want to make that's if you see entire this Ola scooter, EV scooter, the wiring section, wiring harness bolte I just forgot the exactly what. This wiring harness system they integrate into like just simple one chip. Here you can have to wait for like 1 meter or 2 meters of coil where used to be there in previously all the models on EV. Now they make it sort one chip. On small chip basis, everything goes do that thing. So this is the investing. This is the interesting R&D they are doing in their particular field. So that's why they properly want the backward integration. So I know that on certain level, certain time, this will going to be a blockbuster. So that's only going now. So that's why whenever any reversal, single candle, Ola also same thing. This N pattern formation is there. But here the confidence is from my side that already I read about this business. I know that certain level it will going to do this particular things, it will reward. So that reward you can see. Okay. But majority of this case, if you want basically swing for swing trading, basically in these types of markets, majority you have to follow this green transfer. It's better.
Okay. Got it.
You can go with whatever you read, whatever you talk about rate trend bar, but at least you have the confidence in this particular business. You know background everything story, then you can go there. Anytime one small reversal with a good DCR, when you say if you can pick that stock, definitely it will give you good return. Okay.
Uh,
Sure.
Ashish, I have a very basic question.
Yes.
You said that like at the end of the day, you start making the watch list of all those stocks which are showing like IV or if there is a good volume there. So let's say for 5 days,
Right.
if we are
Right.
doing it consecutively, then we'll be having loads of stocks to scan, right?
Yes.
Like maybe
Yes.
50, 60. So how you manage that?
So here you see the day I scan GMDC, after these 2 to 3 days, continuously when I scan about entire metal sector is appearing. Entire metal sector is appearing. I got IMPA. I got this, what is this company? Yesterday we discussed in our group, Good Luck India. Many of this such company, GPL, I got about GPL. I got this time JSOL NICO, although it's a special situation, but I got also that. So whenever I'm getting the trend, So in simple form, 1 2 3 में जब भी in this particular scanning I get this particular company, from that particular sector all these companies coming. So here I got one thing very clear, right? कि when metal sector is coming, so I know that after 1 month they will go. Metal sector is coming. From that onwards, I start churning out. Suppose I am seeing those company belongs to the all-time high. All-time high say they are just down around 15%. Suitable for me to take a trade, right? It's good. It's easy to make some money. Sometimes I see the background. There is something happening big in that company in background, like Jayswal Nico. I put that put those company in my radar, then there is some kind of sorting you need. Okay, we'll discuss. We'll discuss. I have a word also that will also I discuss. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Ashish.
Yeah. Hi.
This is Karun. So just to avoid the false entry. So what you're saying is, in the last leg of N, we need green dots in and blue dots. Also, we need the pivot pocket volume and
Yes.
DCR greater than 75% or so.
Minimum. Yes.
So if any of these things aren't there, then you are not going to enter into it.
No, it will hamper. Many times what is there, the volume is massive. Okay. The volume is massive. DCR is around 30. मतलब in day, this day, if you go to this day also you see the volume is there. This day also volume is there. This day also massive volume is there, but DCR is very low. I don't have to enter this day. But here, one thing I get is small sort of confirmation there. Small accumulation is definitely going on by big people or big player, right? Because of
Gotcha.
these volumes.
So,
Because
Ashish
we
bhai,
want
DCR at what time of the day do you check?
at the end only, because in day if you trade many times we see in 12 o'clock till 1 o'clock it will perform like 90%. So when you get out of 3 o'clock you check, it is like 50%, 45%, right? So it won't help. Better to do after 3:15. Better.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, welcome. So hope this end pattern is clear. I just
Ashish bhai,
only
can you just in this only explain exactly at what point you have entered in this candle?
this is the day. You see, this the
Which day? Sorry,
IV.
can you just yeah, I got it. So which is the exact buy point you have entered? The
This is
small
the
bar or the
this
bigger one?
no, the small bar. The bigger one get the confirmation about the reversal. Okay. This day I
Right.
got the confirmation about reversal. Everything which suits me. Now the price near to the IV. I don't want to buy this because of have to see it on consolidation. This price near to IV. This is the day when I started my position here. Okay.
And
So this is
so
the
on
small
that
one.
day, or if you're buying on that day, or what will be your DCR? You have already what is there on the previous day. Then that day again, you will not check the DCR.
I don't know. This day again, check the DCR, but not like that because this day we don't need that big DCR will
Correct.
come
So
up. Okay.
confirmation of entry was on the previous day
Previous
to
day only. Yes. Once it
and what
coming now,
got it. And what will be your stop loss on entry?
stop loss on the day low only. Suppose this is the day I'm entering. I wait for the day low. What is the day low of this pattern? Is you can also take is that like DCR also. जब भी DCR 30 से नीचे जाते हैं, that is a clear sign
But
that this stock sale and
Ashish, but
formation.
DCR I have seen dynamically keeps changing throughout the day
Yes,
also.
yes, yes, right.
तो
That's what I
उसको
tell na.
हाँ हाँ
If
और
suppose
WCR
I'm
को कुछ आप you are giving any
no,
weightage or only it is DCR
no,
based?
no. WCR I will give what is because sometime it will happening on Monday हो गया तो WCR आपका strong हो जाएगा but Friday आते आते if it will weak then again the WCR will go down, so I'm not giving so much weightage to WCR, rather I'm believing DCR. The day I want the strong candle formation to be like this. I don't want weekly to be जब हो जाएगा, maybe this week we can see from this to this year, maybe this you see weekly is 95%, already it's happening, right? So if I'm seeing this weekly DCR above 70-80%, so this around this day onwards, I will get this price. So it is too late, matlab, too late because you know where sizing is very high, heavy. So heavy sizing this day around it will be too late for me.
Thank you Ashish भाई, thank you.
आशीष भाई ये जो फर्स्ट आईवी का हाई प्राइस है उसके ऊपर होना चाहिए क्लोज उस दिन का।
ये बोलते हो आईवी के
हाँ
प्राइस के ऊपर
फर्स्ट आईवी
आसपास भी उसके आसपास भी हो गया चलेगा बिकॉज व्हाट आई बिलीव ना every time with big force it can go up. So sometime happening na, if these stocks come around this IV price and it will consolidate here also 3 to 4 days, it will act much more power because I see normal I see after if these types of trend is happening after 4 to 5 days, this is one kind of blast. In a single day, you will get beautiful glass like 10 to 15%. Agar ye IV, this price stock is around only this IV price on 3 4 days, beautiful blast is going to happen in next week, yeah, next coming days. Okay, so that's why important. Make sure the your price should be near to this. Your price should not be there because people think I get the lower level, so I get the maximum amount of return. But they will frustrate it. If they buying here, they will keep wait for this day. When the stock is going this around, they will sell. This is the normal human psychology. They will sell, get out, I mean, nikal gaya, chodo, bekar setup, everything. But the next onwards, they get exited. You see the bigger volume with a bigger confirmation is coming, right? So that's why try to price should be near this. Either uske upar bhi aap le sakte ho, you can buy above that, you can buy in that between, you can buy slightly 1% down also, but not below than this level. It won't help. Okay.
Ashish bhai, can I just ask one more thing?
Yes, yes.
Let's say on the same day, 3, 4 similar stocks will have similar pattern and all of them show. Then is there any criteria you put because I know you're going with big allocation. So how
Hmm.
you decide that I will skip the other two and go in this one?
Already fast things as the fast criteria should be selection of this particular sector, sectoral rotation, So sector rotation is there. So whenever I know whenever last time you see also this defense rally, on the same day, if you go to on the same day, if you scan our dashboard, same day only every defense company forming this IB, but only 3 to 4 companies there. Those are formation of IB with 20% circuit. From one of them is GRSC. That's why in the middle of this trend, why I observe about GRSC, Cochin Shipyard, Madgaon dock. I know Madgaon is the king, no doubt in that. But when I see about this observation from that day only, on the fast IB, this GRSC is close to 20%. Whereas Madgaon, all of this like around 12%, 13%, 14%. And you see clearly also at the end, when we get exited, we book around 1x plus in GRSC, whether 60-70% in Madgaon and this Cochin Shipyard. So here the sector rotation has to be there. That's why I told whenever you are scanning on the same day, if you see multiple companies from the same sector approaching, makes your key there is something going on this particular sector, and it will take some pause or consolidation. Again, it will come back. Same thing happening. You see metal. These days onwards, I'm tracking metals only. I clear my mind. GMDC will be there, and some companies there. I will write. Okay.
Thank you, Ashish bhai.
And one more thing, Ashishji.
Yes, yes.
So let's say now everything is playing according to you. And so
Right.
when do you think okay, it's time to cut down the position or it's time to exit?
It is broadly decided by because of the swing that directly or indirectly they have linked with market. Maybe today's market down, maybe the stock is strong, but at certain point the stock will have to bear the pressure. So whenever I in indices level, I have 10 EMA and 20 EMA down, right? I say it in my dashboard, in this pro setup, I said whenever market goes below 10 EMA, whenever market goes below 20 EMA, in the same day, I used to mark the volatility should be high. So same day I set my what is that your India VIX. VIX, I set the VIX parameter. If it is going above 5%, it's a cost sensible for me. Maybe upcoming days, definitely market will some pressure is there, right?
Okay, then you'll kind of exit or trim the
Definitely,
position.
definitely. You have to, because if you want to book seriously, then you can do. But in that time also, some stock will bear the pain like SML iSuch. 1x plus हो गया था within very small day because of the special situation. But in between, I remember multiple times market because the Trump tariff वगैरह, market is going to bear the pressure. But that stock is not going down. Rather, this stock is that's a forming a sideways consolidation. If you want to mark also in that particular day, many stocks you saw, they will not get down, they will not get beaten so much. Rather, they just sidewise they will consolidate.
Trend
Sometimes it
consolidation, yeah.
means yes, right? So from that also you can get at least a confirmation that yeah, my peak is very strong in this time. So I should have to go with that. Maybe you can book 50%, but I should have the clarity if again it will go up, at least I can increase those 50% sizing, right?
Okay. So is there any hard stop? Okay, now it is like, no, I can't be in this for anymore. So what?
Basically these types of volatility. Sometimes what is happening, The stocks is everything good till now. Everything is good. Again, it will come for retest. Example, upper industries. Again, it come for retest this level. This level should be my stop loss. It won't come below this green dot you see. This is the pivot bar. The
Right.
price should not be come below this pivot. If it is going down, first thing 50% I have to get exit. Second thing again I have to get exit because the swing and market, if it is combination multiple combination VIX market, and again the stocks is going to down immediately in a single short only I've sold all or get exited. I don't want to wait for that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Ashish, can you share one example for this end trade now, using TradingView charts?
Just a
If you can share your TradingView screen, one that you have taken and one that you are considering right now, if you have any.
yes, yes. That means you want to be on. That means in future. So you are basically asking that
Yeah, any stock that you have in watchlist right now, and any trade that you recently took using the same pattern.
multiple risk and just yeah, done. Yes, just a second. Currently, I'm tracking this many posts is there. One thing is this sign post. It's basically the same pattern, only IV. Again, this IV ke baad you see price come to near this point, but it is earnings gap up. After the earnings, the gap up is close to 10%. Now it is coming down again, consolidating around the IV price. Another gap day. Same retest again. This N pattern, small N pattern forms up. Now again it will go up. So I'm closely tracking this company. Again, I'm tracking
Okay.
again same after IV only same formation is there. This is the IV. Again, come first right hand side consolidation. Again, forming small IV. After that, you see there is some consolidation near the IV price only. So it is also in my radar, which can not now, but after some time definitely it will give some good move. EPAC because entire sector now started to move. Avalon Technology, EPAC, Dixon Technology. If you see multiple companies from that sector already started giving back. Okay, so these types of company again coming back to radar. Then again, on my higher side, another company is there. I missed this reserve instruments. This is the same formation about this. Although I missed it, I don't have right now, but I am tracking closely. The first earnings. This is the third particular strategy which I am going to discuss about this. So earnings day reaction is very kind. Upper circuit again is there. Now the price and right hand side consolidation going on. So after some day, these types of company giving you some good rewards because they are on bottom. They started on the that means the if you see on fundamental side also they are जो बोलते हैं ना host is behind us. So this host is behind all this company. Now they started off. So here I think very good reward to receive is very there. If everything goes well, you can straight make some good amount minimum you can take it like 30-50% you can make some. Okay, so there are a lot of setup is there. I can do that. Another setup is CG power. Because the semiconductor issues you see their new plant is capable and some of we have findings also there. Some scientist here belongs to this CG power that semiconductor facility R&D center. They are the most talented people in this particular sector. If I'm coming to like take some 8 to 10 companies, native tape, Kines technology, almost cheap, like all this tech company. So this CG Power, those who are the scientists here in R&D center, they are the one of kind because when these people are previously worked for, some people work for Meta, some people work for Microsoft. So here these people are why interested. One of my brother is actually working here. So we get to know that these people are kind of very different. So I think with this kind of management like Murugappa Group, this company can do great on a longer time horizon. This company can do. So here also, another company we're tracking for this same sort of same pattern is going to complete soon. Although it needs some more consolidation, advanced engine. So here fundamental trigger is also there. It's not only technical, here fundamental trigger is also there.
Okay.
This is a list of some Royal Orchid Hotels. Again, Avalon Technology. This company also can do good. This day, the severe massive volume is selling volume there 7%. But on this day, actually, there are multiple change of hand happening, multiple block deals actually happening, multiple mutual fund get involved in here and they buy the stake. So this company also can do great on coming days because the GST tariff and relief whatever. So there is a lot of company, lot of things is there. SPIC, you see, that's a very clean, neat kind of pattern formation in our dashboard. Although I miss this trade, but very clean, very neat, and very good pattern formation on starting day. And also, I'm holding many companies; those are doing great, and they will also do great on coming days, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ashish bhai, one Puneet bhai, if you allow one question.
Yeah, please go ahead,
What
doctor.
what Ashish bhai said that for the N shape particularly, going back to your first trade GMDC. So N is formed. There is again a IV bar which forms after 2 weeks or whatever time we are waiting, and then there is a IB bar. But there will be lot of stocks which will not form a small bar and directly on second day also start moving up. So would you
Right.
put like a GTT order or a trigger order at the high, or only if the IB bar is formed giving you a short stop loss you will enter?
In some time, these are the formation. In some time, you see clearly. That is a beautiful thing. Actually, I struggled with these things last year only. I struggled many times because those setups I go. But the beautiful thing is Puneet Bhai put one beautiful scanner is here. You see mini call formation. You see this particular days mini call. You see whenever mini call formation near to this IV bar price. Okay, this whenever you see sorry mini call formation near to this IV bar, then definitely when you need to put some GTT because I see many times within just 4 to 5 days, immediately it will break down, immediately it will broke up with very massive volume, it will go up. You can catch
करेक्ट
on.
सर, मेरा आशीष भाई क्वेश्चन क्या है कि सपोज आप ट्रैक कर रहे जीएमडीसी को और
Hmm.
नेक्स्ट डे वो आईबी 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 बार बनाता ही नहीं है, सीधा टेक ऑफ कर लेते हैं सेकंड डे पे आफ्टर द
Okay.
तो
In this situation, you can see if it is like that kind of setup, if it is like so much explosive, yani beautiful trigger is there, then definitely I'd set my trigger. But every time it won't possible because I get normally 8 to 10 stock. From that only 1 to 2 I have to go with, right? So how can be sure ki ye second day it can go with full force? I don't know. I normally need these types of setup. Small consolidation hoga, then I will buy some position again after some
सेकंड
consolidation
डे यू
again.
हैव डिसाइड एंड ऑन सेकंड डे यू हैव डिसाइडेड बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट क्राइटेरिया आउट ऑफ 10 दैट यू विल
Yes,
सिलेक्ट दिस वन.
yes, right, right. It won't. But many times, whatever your pattern there, that is also one pattern is there. I observe. You can also track from our dashboard. Many times, what is happening now, the stock price from here, they will start concentrating on forming very tightness and forming a mini call here only, near to the IB price. And many times I see those are the kind of pattern. They will not wait for you to like consolidation. Dum 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 dum. करके They will go up, go up, go up. Like they will not wait basically. You can track that filter. I tried many times. I got two to three set of that only.
So the idea is to not chase the stocks, right? You have to wait for the consolidation and
No,
then.
no, no. The idea is not to every time because if you particularly single-handedly only have to change only GMDC, only GG, then you will be miss infra, then you will be miss GPL in that particular thing. It's not like that. It's like we have the strategies clear. If this particular pattern, if this particular stock is fits to my pattern, then I will
Mhm.
be more interested to trade here. If it is not fitting, it's at all okay. I will not worry
Right.
to it because
Okay.
many
Well,
times you see you can catch on, right? Many times just doom doom करके they will break on 20%, 20%. ISMO Limited example I'm telling on ISMO Limited. It is coming wherever. I can't take because of this, like the question previously asked. Immediately on the second day onwards, fast day 20%, second day again 20%.
you can let
It
it
won't
go, right?
possible.
And then. Okay.
Let it go because definitely it will give a second chance always.
Hmm.
Because these types of re-rating happening only due to is definitely there is big change in happening in fundamental. If you carry those fundamental things like ISMO microsystem of the basically the subsidy of ISMO, who is doing great in this particular chip designing level, right? So that's why the stock re-rating going on. It's okay. Time when they can come. That time I will go with my full force.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if we just one question. So if we take like example of so network, if you see there was a IV, right?
Sorry, I can't hear you properly. Sorry, the audio is slightly. Can you repeat?
Badal, can you please repeat the name of the company that you were mentioning to?
If anyone listen, please can repeat the
It's
name.
fine. Ashish, I think he will come back.
Okay, okay, done. So should we move to the second strategy?
Yes, please.
I think this is the most important strategy about invest swing trading, and normally this will be given. Yeah, these are the sum of the great example. Recent trade, recent
Ashish
trade,
bhai,
and
once again,
Okay,
I
go
normally.
to the
request to go
presentation
to
mode.
presentation mode, please.
Oh, sorry. Now can
Yeah,
Puneet bhai is
yeah,
see?
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
You see, just recent two trades I just attached here. One is Foseco India. You see this Foseco India. Another is Ola Electric. The same thing happening in Ola also. You see, fast it is coming down. If you clearly see in the chart, it is going down, down, down. It's okay. Again, suddenly I see huge volume after the earnings only huge volume. Again, it will go back, come up, right? After earnings, matlab, you can say the earnings reward is there. Again, it will come down. It's okay. If you see clearly, sorry, just before this, near to the IV price, another small IV formation is there. From that day high, I'm tracking this stock closely. The same day only, it got huge volume again come up. The stock is going to up. Again, every time whenever these types of things happening, definitely it will come for small retest. You see, next 2 days it the retest basically candle. Again, one small retest. Yeah, you can small type of information is there. Again, it will go start, and from this point to this point, this move is very quick and very rewarding also. It's close to around 35-40% someday. So this is the another example, very neat and clean pattern. This Mexico India. See, first IV formation is there. After the earnings only, there is a big, small IV. Again, there is a big IV. Again, it will come for in pattern. When you see this is the last day before the IV, there is a very strong candle formation is there with volume. Maybe here the volume is not seeing in my presentation. But the volume is very DCR is very strong. Volume is also pocket pivot volume is there with DCR. This is the first sign of the reversal is properly. You see next day another IV formation exactly to the or IV price only. Either you can DCR strong DCR day you can add. If you miss also it's okay. The second day you see the IV with a small with near to our IV price. These day onwards if you track this one it's also because of our alert, IV fluid price पे our alert लगा था. I set my GTT. So here I got able to gather this company with help of Sasi Bhai. I don't know maybe Sasi Bhai is here or not. So we gathered this company added in our portfolio. Now after this some time when the mini confirmation is going on, this time only the news came between their merger with that special situation again. It's merger with another company, right? So now also I'm having my big position, and now also currently candle you see the mini call is almost going to over. Now it is on very tight, tightness is there in a very small range. Anytime it can also go up. Let's see. Right. So these are the two, three. There is not real example, but I just attached the last two, three recently. I just read this pattern. Okay. Now again, you see data matrix global. This is the very clean and perfect setup. According to me, these types are very rare. I get these types of setup. Same pattern. Fast IV formation this day onwards. Again, it's going for our this N say formation is there. You see, just near to this IV price, there is another IV formation is there. It is also going and again for retest because it is not breaking the IV price. If you see closely around before this IV price, the doubt was basically on Mahesh Bhai. See, near to the IV price, all the candle formation is there. The tightness is near to the IV price only. So that's why always my emphasis is price should be near to the IV price, then it's be good. You see, from this day onwards, you're tracking this company. Again, for this 7-8 candle, I put the position held. After that, big IV is formation. Again, I tranche up in this particular tight range. After this IV, again, some 4 to 5 candle is there, very tightness in this tight range also I did some position sizing up, then again it will broke off with big volume and it is go on like that. After some time it get 10 demo breaks up and will get exited.
Just a follow-up question, Ashish ji. If
Yes.
you followed this particular stock or the company, because this behaved totally different. Like it was like higher high, then tightness. It was keeping one way movement.
Yes.
So is
Yes.
there a fundamental also associated with the technical?
Yes, there is fundamental associate is there, but I am not going to in that particular thing, because if you going to fundamental side, then you be get around 100 of stocks, 100 of fundamental changes is there. Every position you can take, right? So that's why I'm just giving you a small aspect of how technical you see this pattern, which are
Correct.
नहीं
directly
जरूर
connected to fundamental.
Mm.
No doubt in that.
Or
So
Ashish ji,
Ashish
I
bhai,
think if, sorry, go on.
yes,
Yeah, anyone can.
हेलो
Yes,
आशीष जी।
yes.
सर वैभव।
Yeah, hi, Bhairav ji, बोलिए.
सर, जैसा अभी आप बता रहे हैं, ये फर्स्ट आईवी जब भी आ रही है और हम एक पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर को देखते हैं, पूरा सेक्टर में आईवी आएगी, मतलब
Right,
मोमेंटम होगा। तो
right.
सर, हम ये कैसे चेस करें कि ये पर्टिकुलर एक स्टॉक है जिसको हमें ट्रैक करना है? यानी कि पहली आईवी में क्या, जैसे अभी आपने कुछ शायद 20% के लिए कुछ कहा कि इतना हाई है वो, उसका डीसीआर जो है फर्स्ट आईवी में इतना हाई है।
Right.
तो सर उसको किस तरह से ट्रैक करें? पूरे सेक्टर में से एक एक या दो या तीन स्टॉक्स को हम जो सेलेक्ट करेंगे।
Hmm. So you see this that's why I tell na एक small aspect आपको दिया. So last time when the you can just go to this last time defense वाले जब start हुआ था, right? जिस दिन the first IB came, so you see the intensity of that IB. From that day, I see around 18, 19 company formation of IB. That time enter our market in correction mode. If I am not wrong, Puneet bhai, right? March, April में enter market is in correction mode, right?
Yes.
So that time only we got this IV. You can go, Payur bhai, you can go to check, recheck. So here you got around 18 company आप मिलेगा आपको 10, 15, 18 company आपको मिलेगा, right? From that 18 company you see some company directly forming 20% of the circuit. Some are 12%, some are 8%, some are 5%. So the volume is massive. In everywhere you see this volume is IV with bigger volume, right? They are greater than 4x. But with same 4x volume, some company hit 20%. I am giving example of GRSC. From that day onwards, after
आशीष
this
भाई,
formation,
कहाँ
yes,
जाएगा?
Moez bhai. Yes,
I
yes,
think
Moez.
I think he is more asking from the perspective of
वहाँ
how
नहीं जाएगा।
you reach at that one stock, right? So let me just explain what you told us in the last class. तो आशीष भाई हर दिन 1-2 घंटे स्पेंड करते हैं आईवी और रिलेटिव वॉल्यूम की जो लिस्ट एक्सेल में आती है, वो दोनों का निचोड़ लेके ही क्रिएट से वॉच लिस्ट, और उसके बाद एक सेकेंड वॉच लिस्ट क्रिएट करते हैं जहां पे डबल आईवी आता है एक पॉज के बाद, एंड देन उसमें से ही लुक्स फॉर सेक्टर रोटेशन एंड देन ही चूजेस स्टॉक्स. इज दैट राइट आशीष भाई?
Yes, yes,
नहीं
तो ये
सर,
हर दिन 2 घंटे का मेहनत है जो ऐसे कमाल के
yes,
स्टॉक आते हैं.
right,
सर वो मैं
right.
समझ गया, बट मेरा उसमें भी ये शॉर्ट सिलेक्शन था कि
हाँ,
वो
right,
जो फर्स्ट आईवी है, उस फर्स्ट आईवी को भी वो चूज करके चलते हैं ना,
right,
क्योंकि
right.
जब सेक्टर का रोटेशन आएगा तो मैक्सिमम स्टॉक्स में आएगा वो।
Yes, right. So maximum stock आएगा, but here is this thing that some stocks will definitely give you from that day only. If you see, uh, suppose GMDC, just go back to that particular day of past IB. You find multiple companies formation. Some metal
डीजल मोबाइल
companies like 3% दिया है, कोई 5% दिया है, but here I see GMDC clearly around 15%. So I get a in that primary signal that these stocks have been something that I don't know. Maybe I don't know
ये
about this company what is happening, but this stocks is more strong rather to compare to others. So my priority should be on fast on that particular thing. So if I coming to this Fosico, if you see whenever you go enter this fertilizer and chemicals company, you see this company is giving a very clean and neat pattern. And again, same day only 15%, 20% right. Whether the rest of company don't give any return, right? So that day
हाँ,
onwards, it came in my radar. You see, someday before Apollo Microsystem going up because
यस
of the
सर।
they are now entering on this ISRO and all these things. You know what are the background is happening. So why this is only going to trade? Although I didn't trade this, by I'm tracking this company. Why these things happening? Things happening. You see, only one company from defense is going. Rest company is not going. They are
नॉट
either in
गोइंग है।
cons. Not going.
यस।
Only a company. जा रहा है. Same thing happening in Fosico. If you see Fosisco is going on now, right? रेस्ट कंपनी नहीं जा रहे. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो अनदर ट्रिगर कि मल्टीपल सेक्टर में कोई नहीं जा रहा, एक ही कंपनी जा रहा है. सेम थिंग हैपनिंग इन वे बैक. आई फाउंड दिस द मार्केट करेक्शन टाइम. आई फाउंड दिस एनएसएल इंडस्ट्री. नाउ इट इज सेटिंग फॉर दिस स्पेशल सिचुएशन. आई डोंट नो स्पेशल सिचुएशन क्या होने वाला. आई डोंट नो. बट द ड्रे आई ट्राइड प्राइस वाज अराउंड 70 रुपीज. आई थिंक इंटर मार्केट इज करेक्शन. सेम आईवी के कॉन्सेप्ट आ रहा है. आईवी के ऊपर आईवी. लेट मी शो यू दिस.
हाँ
इट विल
सर।
बी इजी फॉर यू टू थिंक.
यस सर।
जस्ट अ सेकंड. सॉरी
लाइट इंजन के लिए 73 रहेगा, अराइवल 40।
अरे what the hell is that? Just a second. Got it. You see, this is the best example, I think, NSCL Industries. See clearly, there is a this time. Clearly, you see, if I not remember this time, this is the first IV come December. It's okay. So whenever I'm scanning this time, in between, you see there is some high volume. You see this IV. This IV tend to move because this time the market is not, everything is a correction mode. I know many people have sit in a personal. I sit in heavy cash. Everyone, I assume that sitting in heavy cash on a satellite side. But these stocks, what is happening? It is giving 15%. So it is also a same trigger. Like now for Cisco happening, now Apollo Microsystem, this same thing happening. So entirely move back to this company. जब मैं इनके सेक्टर को गया, I choose back the sector. I didn't find any single stock moving with these types of pattern. So get to know there is something happening in that stock that I don't know, but something is happening. That's why this price action is showing up. So I started my trade of this IV price. I started my trade this year on 72 rupees. So you see clearly the stock trend you can see. Though I am not wait for this because the circuit change here, then I am get exited here only. But clearly I got within some day up 70 rupees mein le rahe ho. You are getting around 130, 140, which is very high for me, right? I assume it's very good for me within just this time frame. So get exited on book and get exited, which is although if you consider special choosing is a mistake by me, but it's okay. On pure technical basis, I'm telling this is a trigger. If you find the same again in the same day, multiple companies showing IV, interesting thing. Not a single from same industry, not a single company going on. Everything is on downtrend. One company is uptrend. Go to that with company. So that company will give you good return. Hope you at least clear about this sorting process. In future, whenever you get, at least you can sort this, right?
Ashish bhai, take a look at Morganite. I think it is over the
It is same. Yes, it is same now. Yes, it is the same formation of this कहाँ गया वो Morganite. यहीं पे था. This one, right? Again, you see this is the formation of, you see clearly near to the IV price, the mini call formation is going on. So I just put here, I don't know who is going to be, Fosrico India, yeah, this Morgan, I don't know. Because seriously, I don't calculate the risk to reward, yeah, any arbitrages between them or any of this. I don't know, but I'm just betting on this technical I see. This is also somehow coming up the screen. So whenever it will go up, it will break the mini call. We can start our position. All right. And if you see previously,
One follow-up query. In the previous chart, you have put 5%, 10%, and all. They were the manual entry, or you have some indicator for the circuit change also?
this is the indicator. I guess this circuit change is the indicator. Uh, Let me show you. I don't know. Many times I just
No problem, no problem. Take your time.
this is the indicator. This guy uh, again. This is the indicator I got. Yeah, this one. No. Uh, just a second. Yeah, this one. NSE equity price band version 1.0. I love markets. Make a screenshot so that you can at least find and use this indicator. I don't know many times why people not finding it. Need to check here. So any apart from this, any Puneet bhai, if then please be in group so that people can at least.
No. I don't use this, so I mean I'm not aware of the any other indicator.
Okay, so I using normally this. It's a beautiful tool. It's working perfectly.
Okay.
Whenever the price change and there is strong correction, after that only the profit booking started. I see recent one trade we take. Although let me tell you, this is my current holding only. This company. You see this day. This day the 10% circuit is gone. Next day it hit upper circuit. Next day 5% the circuit. You see there is some clear trend of like consolidation phase is now started, right? So at least I get some idea with this indicator. At least for swing, it's very helpful. For core, it is not at all helpful. For swing, it is very helpful. Here I get to know that at least I can book 50%. Yeah, I can book 100%, get out. Yes, I got this idea. So you can use this in.
Thank you.
So far, what I've understood, Ashish bhai, is that for any trading strategy that you are using IV as the first, criteria to prepare your watch list. But
Right.
mostly, you are definitely considering fundamentals in almost all of them, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you do look for and find out the trigger that can push the stock, beyond the current level that it is.
Yes, yes. Because normally I love to reading about all the business. So at least my suggestion to all people also start reading. The more you read, the more the more reward you will get. Not now, but after someday definitely it will reward you.
Mm. So even for special
Ashish,
investing situations, investing, the second strategy that you were telling us, you follow almost similar pattern,
Yes, yes. It is
that you had
also
in the first
kind of,
strategy.
yes, it is kind of N pattern formation is there, but the thing is that here you don't get to be exit very quickly. You don't need to get exit very quickly because this pattern is very different. I will going to explain with some of my trade recently I did about special position, how you
Okay.
get the confidence, why the things is happening. Okay. Yeah, some question is there from yeah, Dr. Ji.
Dr. Rohan, please go ahead.
Yes.
yes, Ashish bhai,
Yes.
if we start like pulling down from the Google sheet all the IV list, on a bull market day you may get 80 100 names.
Right.
तो
Right.
लेट्स से आज आपने 100 नेम्स आपके वॉच लिस्ट में डाल दिया,
Right.
अभी कल आप स्कैन करोगे और 100 नेम्स मिलेंगे.
Right.
तो
No,
इन
basically
4-5
they
days you will
all
have.
no. All will not fill to the category. Na. Sometime you will get volume is very high, massive, but sometime like you are doing swing, you are not going. Sometime like you will get lower slab. Definitely you will not going for lower slab as a swing, right? So in that particular category, suppose you get from fertilizer sector is there, entire fertilizer stock is coming. So 3 to 4 sector is coming. So in that particular day, you can see the pattern. Yeah, you can choose at least see this company is near to the all-time high, like 15% below. I can take to this pattern, right? So you can in that particular process also you filter it out.
यस आशीष भाई आई गॉट इट, बट अभी कैसा है कि अभी आज आईवी आया तो मोटा मोटा व्हाट आई अंडरस्टूड कि वी हैव टू टेक द स्टॉक आफ्टर 2-3 weeks
Yes,
एग्जांपल,
yes, right,
राइट, मोटा मोटा.
right,
तो
मोटा
अभी
मोटा,
कल
right.
जो पैटर्न निकलेगा उसका मे बी सम अदर सेक्टर अदर स्टॉक्स दैट इज अदर आफ्टर अनदर 2-3 weeks. So now I have to
Yes, yes,
track 15 stocks which are in this 2-3 weeks and another
right,
set of stocks which are after 2-3 weeks.
right,
And if I
right,
keep
right,
doing this process for 1 week, I will have nearly 80-100 stocks
right,
which I
right,
am tracking. So
right.
is it possible you share आप वॉच लिस्ट को कैसे ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं या प्रायोरिटाइज करते हैं, बिकॉज ये लिस्ट तो बढ़ते जाएगा एज यू
हाँ,
कीप
लिस्ट बढ़ते
स्कैनिंग मोर
जाएगा.
एंड.
Yes, list बढ़ते जाएगा बट here will the put the tracking ना. सपोज पर्टिकुलर इंडस्ट्री से मेरे पास आ गया 5 स्टॉक्स, इन पर्टिकुलर मेटल से मेरे पास आ गया 12 स्टॉक आई थिंक आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, 12 स्टॉक्स कम. So 12 stocks I see which suits perfectly fine for me. I get GMDC, INPA, it's perfectly fine for me. Another is not belongs to metal sector, but somehow they are previously with metal, now in electrical. Navarat Ventures, that is Nava. Another is GPIL also there. JSWAL Neco is there. It's a special situation although, but it came in the same category only. So in that particular sense, segregated the watch list, right? I don't want to go with this setup. I want this setup. I want to be neat, clean setup. I want to be A information is there. It should be clean. It should not be like very volatile information होता है. मतलब ऊपर से weeks बनते जा रहे. I don't want to be trade. So auto ancillary company I think let me show you some trade auto ancillary company. When I see auto ancillary company, I get Rico Auto suits me. So I trade Rico Auto. In that particular moment, I see Maruti Suzuki is there, TVS, Mahindra, Hero Moto from there. I just took, I think, why don't we have to take this auto ancillary already? To let's talk about take one small trade about auto. Then I took Hero Moto Cup because I like the pattern. The pattern very is neat and clean. It should not be volatile pattern. मतलब ऊपर से weeks बन रहे. If you clearly see now Sriram piston, it is hovering around near to the all-time high, but very volatile pattern. Pattern is like every single day candle is weeks there. TCR value is low there. So I don't want to go to that pattern, right? So it's another
Got
set
it.
of criteria to sort
Right.
it down, right? So you can use
Got it.
multiple sorting. That's why
और
taking
आशीष भाई ये जायसवाल नेको आई एम आल्सो ट्रैकिंग, बट जो स्पेशल सिचुएशन मींस आई कुडंट फाइंड एनीथिंग. तो इज देयर एनी अपार्ट फ्रॉम
yes, yes,
स्क्रीनर एनीवेयर एल्स?
yes.
राइट.
No, screener is there, na. What is happening in JSWAL Nico? this is special situation. I will explain. Of the second example is only JSON level. I'm going to explain. Okay, how can you track so that at least people nowadays I see many people message why can you hold SML? Can you hold this? Can you hold that? So I can tell you what the thing what I think in behind my thought process, so that at least you can think in this type, so that you get the clarity, right? So I'm going to explain now only. This is the second situation I'm going to explain about JSON.
Yes, thank you, Ashish.
So yeah, welcome. So now coming to the second end pattern is over. Now coming to the second pattern, which is special situation investing. So see, whenever any company either acquired, either there is merger is going on, either change of hands going on, yeah, there is big investing is coming in this particular company. So there isn't, it's called a special situation investing. That means something is going in this company. The sometime we don't think about beyond particular level, but those big guys, those are investing, yeah, those are doing all this. They know about this company. Another company which came in my radar, if you see, basically this is same. Basically come in my radar when this is particularly N type of formation. Clearly see this 10% charge change again this area. This time it is coming around like N pattern formation of day, right? So I took the trade again, whatever the things as like as that time the news came in market that it is going to occur by Mahindra and Mahindra. So when the news is going to occur, the price, that current price and Mahindra acquire price, that in between there is some differences there around 15%. So stock is getting lower circuit on 10%. That they only have stop loss hit because just 2 days before only I took stop loss is getting exited. After that, you see, let me just a second. Let me go to the chart because here this things is not showing. Okay. No, just a second. Okay. No,
Open the chart on TradingView, Ashish, bhai.
I'm trying to, but yeah. Now you see. Go to this area, simple. Look, same thing happening with that day also. From highest volume, this time if you closely see, market is same trend, negative zone, everyone sitting in high cash. It is forming an IV. So that's why I think that this is one of the best things when you can track this institutional volume like Punitbhai made. Do we have all the our gratitude to him. Because of these things, every time when I scan, I get this. On a negative trend zone market, why this IV formation is there? You see, people know about this company in these days also. Those are the big guys who know about this company. So after that only, I get this price near to this things IV price. I got to know. Again, I get my position. I started here. Everything is going on this day. It everything is going good till this day. Sorry, this day onwards, I think the circuit is changed. So immediately I took back all the profit and get exited. After that, again I track these things. This is called a proper reversal candle small. So I think maybe it will be interesting for this company. So I took it back because it is low cheat entry. So any ad reward will be high. So again, I get entry in this point. Everything going good till this day. Till this day, the news came. It will be acquired by Mahindra and Mahindra. There is a gap between price and 15%. The stock get tanked down. It is going on lower circuit. This day I book my loss and get exited. It's okay. Now it is coming and now again in my criteria, this is the most important thing which people miss. Immediately they delete this particular stock from them. They sold that they were a particular stock they delete. But here I maintain one watch list. So I for the long only I track. So when I track this particular company, named is SML ISOs, I gave this another IV formation here. After these types of small tight concentration range candle formation, I gave this company here only. Again, one IV formation is there. So that they honors again I tracking this company because already Mahindra and Mahindra. So what is the thesis behind this industry? Think about this company. Mahindra like company एक इतना बड़ा कंपनी एक इतना छोटा कंपनी को एक्वायर कर रहा है on that level also Mahindra can single-handedly make profitable this company. Think about this. Mahindra and Mahindra, who is the king in SUV in India, It can single-handedly own. It won't need any money to do this company to establish in market, right? It has so much cash in their balance sheet. They have so much simple cash reserve in a balance sheet. They can do tremendously profitable to this company. And who is the promoter is Mahindra and Mahindra. And what is their target? Here their target is like they will going to hold this company for matlab they will not going to sell. Yeah, they will not going to trade this company. Simply they acquire this company to hold and make profitable business and make another of their portfolio, right? In their portfolio, this company make another product in their portfolio. So here the clear intention about the portfolio of that particular promoter is very clear. So it is one of the best kind of special situation investing because Mahindra like company acquiring this small company means something is there. They know that it not like immediately within one night they decide. It's already decided from like last 3 to 4 years ago. They know about these things. They know how to do this, how to profitable this company, how to manage all the business, how to take this, right? So that is the biggest trigger of this company for me. Someone, can you mute, please? So that is the biggest trigger of this company. So now also you see from that day range on 1700s onward, stock price is 37. So it is clearly you see this is the massive called re-rating of these types of company. This is clear massive re-rating of this company. If you're now tracking on for re-rating purpose, what I think the re-rating already done. Those people know from 1200 levels. So think about this 1200 levels. Say this company make a high of 4600, right? So this is called proper re-rating. The re-rating is done. Now it will depend on the earnings of rating. Now also you can make a very good amount of return if the earnings will be good. How you can make sure? Because here the promoter is Mahindra and Mahindra. If you don't believe, I remember Ankit Saha, who is the man who changed Mahindra and Mahindra to today, whatever you see Mahindra and Mahindra, because of that man only. That man joined this company long back around 15, 16, 17, like 2015, 16, 17, he joined. And he changed the future of this company, Mahindra and Mahindra. Now, because of him, I believe this company also can do great in coming quarter. So whatever the primary re-rating for this research and investing is gone, but the earnings re-rating is pending. So if the earnings, when the you see clearly earnings started to come up in P&L, definitely you see there is massive. So we don't know how can this company will perform because I remember before this gentleman Ankit Shah who come to this company in Mahindra and Mahindra. Previous he after his inclusion in the company only the company got from that level to till now the company is almost around I guess uh, 15x, 20x, close to 10, 15, 20x around that. So think about this prospect, how these people single-handedly handle this company and make a super duper well for investors. So that's why I always have belief in these promoters. The game is on promoters. If you know these types of promoter, definitely they will do create well. Like we know Modu Bapa about NSL industry. Now you know SML ISOs because
So,
of the Mahindra and Mahindra.
Ashish bhai, uh, I actually took this whole rally. But
Hmm.
what I did was I followed one of your other rules,
Hmm.
which was that whenever the stock price goes above 100% of 200
200
EMA,
M, 200 M, right?
I exited. So actually, if you see, I exited practically at the top, again
Right,
got it back again exited when it was to more than 100% of the EMI,
right,
and that really worked beautifully.
right.
Uh, s- uh, so if you could just explain everybody, how this works, or I don't know if you've already explained earlier
No, no,
on
I will
the.
explain. I will come to that point of last about exit strategy. I will explain that point. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So that is also explained, but here you think about this. What I think in the prospect, you think a company now where the company is within 3 to 4 months, 1200 rupees, the price was on 1200. Now the price come to around 13700. I was 14700, right? 4700. So you think about in this prospect on a longer time horizon, if everything goes well, these types of promoter with these types of promoter SML ISOs can be a multi-bagger type of return. So you need to quickly look at this company. So not for the quick gains, you can do no doubt in that. But I want to think about this on a longer time horizon so that you get the essence of this wealth creation through this special situation industry. Okay. So now coming to the second part. Coming to the second, sorry, coming to the second part of Jaiswal Neko. It is also another special situation happening. What happening? The date is very high. That's why the company has been the ARC, basically the asset care and reconstruction of this ARC. ARC actually 26% of this company belongs to ARC. They are holding. Recently on this particular these day, what are you seeing? These day I get to manage why the volume is very massive in this company. This company don't get that type of thing that a investor can look out because it's a deep cyclical sector, metal sector, mining sector. Okay. Apart from that, I see 26% of the stakes got sold in open market. That is close to around 30-40 crores of share. 30-40 crores of shares sold in open market, and it is got buying also by some big people. Sorry. But despite of this selling pressure, the stock is in momentum. Immediately came in parallel. Then I dig more here. What is happening in this company? Same thing happening in another company. The company name is GPIL, basically Godavari Power and Ispat Limited. If you go to the history of that company, same thing happening, same pattern, rewriting now this company, Jaiswal Nico. But two different things is there. GPIL has not this capacity of mines and metals that currently holding by Jaiswal Nico. So it's much bigger than GPIL. So your bet should be like now you can constantly track these types of company. The whatever the date it has, it already closed the date with ARC. Now it is, I guess, it is refinancing by some with 12% or 11% refinance by Tata Capital or Tata Finance. Previously, it was ARC, so they have to pay the interest amount only 18%. Now they have to pay only 11 to 12%. So think about this 6% of interest gap. It directly come into their book, right? In the P&L book, you can see this price again come back to their to get to the interest amount. Second biggest thing, now they have the clear vision how they have to go in future, what they have to go in like they now currently have a low margin product. Now with their capacity, they want to first things they want to utilize capacity utilization should be very high. Right now, what the level they are maintaining, they are going to make it on higher side. Second thing, if they will some plan like on backward integration like that, like GPIL, that will also in their plan. If they will do that also, again, it will be work like they will go for higher margin of product, higher margin product basically. Basically, this is combination of GPL and Usha Martin of special situation investing pattern. So that's why you clearly see many people have been interested in this company here. So I am also having this company in my portfolio about this special situation investing. Another company I'm tracking, but this should be not like SML ISO. This should be a different thing because here the game is very here the reward and it's very big. You just go to, if anyone want to read how this risk reward works here, just go to read about this company GPI. Once a certain time period, the stock price close to 2 to 3 rupees. Now the stock price is close to, if I'm not wrong, 230 or 250 level. So think about, I know people, he was our ex Technofunda, he was from Technofunda only, ex, now he's not. Many people maybe know him. So he invested on a price level that you can even think on 10, 12 rupees. Now the stock is around 230, 240 level. So think about this risk and reward. So this is another kind of special situation pattern which currently I'm holding. So just say like Dr. Sir, previously Dr. Owen told me that he didn't find. I told you if you want also I can share some documents with you so you can read and it is another pattern is there. Okay.
Thank you, Ashish.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome back. So now coming to this third trading strategy, although we discuss N pattern, second is our special investing pattern. Now coming to this third strategy number 3. Basically, this is one many people nowadays discussing about this earnings day reaction strategy. So what is this earnings day? Basically, 3 types of reaction we are getting, and if you believe these 3, we have to grateful for Puneet Bhai. That's why he made this second and third point inclusive in our dashboard. So this is most important. I made multiple companies entry throughout these things. On the earnings day only, multiple companies with great earnings, they will go for PAD, post earning announcement drifting. With a gap up, yeah, with a small gap up, with a huge gap up, they will go for upper circuit, whatever they can make a quick box like the 3 to 4 days, they will give you massive. 30, 45, 50 return. Another second pattern which is most important, negative earnings reaction with IV. I'll show you some example which I trade. Earnings was very negative earnings, but then immediately what is happening, the company is going gap down. Despite the gap down, that day only the company in there, the gray IV formation in particular, that company. So it is also another pattern. Okay. And the third pattern is there is no reaction, but after some day, because I believe after some like 15, 20 days, they again the stock going to high, they make some good return. I'll show you with three current example. So coming to the PEAD example, recently I someday before I track this company, same thing. Someday I see this company suddenly volume is coming higher volume with a good reversal candle of high this year. So I have my position back in this company name is POCL. So after some day, you see just like some day before the earnings came and it is gap up and good return. So now it is also going to break this consolidation zone. It is going good. So this is purely one example of POCL which I trade. Another classic example of PEAD recently, I didn't trade, but I tracked this company. One company name is Ijmo that we are talking about. Another company name is Yatra.com, which is, I guess, is it IPO, previous year IPO or not. So after this massive PEAD, this whole company giving some 30, 40, 50% return within just some 3 to 4 days. So these are the best example of PEAD. And also some people ask me how PEAD example can be tracked before. Yes, if you closely mark this POCL before earnings, much more 15, 20 days, 1 month before only the price action already started. With a clear signing off the divergence, you can see whatever you take. RS में ले लो या RSL ले लो, you can see the clear divergence also here already started. I started how I started. I clearly see one thing. There is some volume is there. It should not be very massive, but at least 100% volume should be there. DCR should be very good. So you clearly see the two thing happening here. DCR is also good. Volume is also good. Also, there is a sign of gap up also there. This. So from that, after they only, I tracking this company currently. I'm holding it. A very good profit in a short term, right? So now coming to the second most important example, many people actually miss this particular things. That is called negative earnings reaction with IV. So last year, I remember this is the best trade I did, Avalon Technology. Remember when the earnings came, the next day only there is a gap down of clearly see this arrow. This is the gap down of this company with clearly around 7-8% gap down over here. After some day, you clearly mark again another this hope you see this volume here. Maybe due to my slide, it's not showing, but you see this volume here. This is the gap down day to the gap down. Again, within some fraction of day, the right hand side consolidation, again, some IV formation is coming. So you see again with a negative earnings day reaction. Despite of that thing, the company get IV formation. Immediate after some day, like some 2 weeks after that, only the IV is getting started. So these day onwards, I completely track this company. You can say recent example of Newland Lab. Same thing happening. On the earning previously the earning day only there is a gap down. From that gap down to till now, this company is performing very good. You can also check Newland Lab. Okay. So many companies you will get these types of IV formation with negative day. Despite gap up, they will go up, they will fail. You can get this company. I remember one agrochemical company there. That earnings day only there is a gap down of 15%. So yesterday I checked that company that the company close to that previous mark within just 15 days. Already the stock is already giving 25%. So this is same category belongs to the same category exam. But here is a trigger is there. So before date earnings only. Also there is one IV, but I don't know how to interrupt this because currently I'm testing these things in multiple using parameters. So whenever I get the result, I'll share with you guys. So try this thing. This is a very interesting things, and you can got this from our dashboard only.
Yeah, so this is actually very interesting, and this is totally opposite of what we have been doing, right? So we normally look for companies that have, good earnings reaction, good reaction on stock price after the earnings. This is totally opposite. The company gaps down, and but then what you do is that you add an IV to it. So not every gap down has to be considered a gap
Yes.
down which has an IV. This is what you are
Right.
considering, and then you are
IV.
considering
Yes. Yes.
yes, and
Yes.
then you
Yes.
are considering a move beyond the IV day high. Right? There might be a situation that
Right.
the price falls again, but what you want to see is that the stock
Right.
consolidates and then pauses and then moves beyond the IVD high.
Right.
It
Because
fails
here
the
I
gap
see.
and
Right. Here you see, Puneet bhai, that reward is very high. I too don't believe that, but when I took the trade, from you see it clearly around outperforming the market is clearly around this time. The market is nowhere going so much. If you clearly remember last September, October onwards, market is in consolidation or down phase. This company giving in that time only this company giving 70-80% return. So that's why these types of strategy works in many time. I don't know how much company will get from every quarter with these types of formation, but normal I see 2 to 3 company मिल ही जाते हैं. So you can track these types of company.
But I'm sure this might, I mean, I believe that we should not restrict. I mean, I don't know. I've not never actually seen this, never checked it also. But maybe um, other than earnings, also you can track the same things, right? Stocks that
Right,
gaps down
right.
and then it takes an IV. So
I
it
agree
need
because
not be just earnings reaction.
yes, because normally normally every day I'm scanning this IV bar. When I'm scanning, I got these things. I realize what the hell is happening. Again, gap down, again coming on IV. Immediately after some pause, 15-20 days, again coming IV. So I think this will be a very interesting pattern. So that's why I trade. I got some very good return in it. So that's why I
Ashish
make
bhai, where
this
you entered in this trade? Where exactly you entered?
this around this day. You see, sorry. These days, the price was close to around 480, 780. I don't get the remember exactly date, but close to this range around. यही रेंज के आसपास
बट
मैंने इसमें
आशीष
एंटर किया
भाई
था
उसके बीच
480
में
के
है ना, अगर
आसपास.
थोड़ा थोड़ा आगे जाएंगे ना तो आपको काफी बड़े बड़े शेकआउट्स भी आ रहे हैं, मतलब आफ्टर आईवी अगेन इट हैज कम ऑल द वे टू 50 डेमा अगेन,
तो
जस्ट इफ
ये
यू
तो
गो ऑन द राइट
लुक
साइड। तो
इफ यू
उसको
लुक ऑन
होल्ड
दिस
कैसे करते हैं आप इतना, हाँ इतने बड़े शेक,
दिस
लाइक ऑलमोस्ट आई डोंट नो, इट मस्ट बी मोर देन 10 to 14% करेक्शन, आई एम नॉट
But
श्योर।
this is a part of N say formation. If you see this past IV clearly, this one I
करेक्ट,
too don't know that. This day actually I'm testing this particular thing. That's why I took here. But our rule should be like that: fast IV formation, then go for the N shape. Then again, answer when the price would be this range that is close to around I remember 540 या इसके आसपास होगा. If this price is
करेक्ट।
come to this range, then you can go take buy this stock.
हाँ तो
So if you
अगर
go,
वहां पे जो सेकंड आईवी पे लिया ना आशीष भाई, तो उसके बाद भी एक डीप चेकआउट है, थर्ड
हाँ
मतलब
this
तीन देर, उसके बाद भी
picture
और एक चेकआउट है, उसके
right
पीछे
right.
भी एक चेकआउट है राइट साइड, सो देर आर 2 3 चेकआउट्स। सो जस्ट
But
वांटेड टू
this
नो हाउ यू हेल्ड ऑन थ्रू ऑल दिस बिग ड्रॉडाउन्स,
because
मतलब
this
कौन
time if you
उसमें क्या स्ट्रेटेजी यूज किया ये
इसमें
इतने बड़े
strategy था
ड्रॉडाउन में?
this time exactly reflecting PGL. उस time PGL or EPAC durable will be the clear winner in other fund. Okay. If you comparing this all the together, इसमें भी आ जाता है आपका sector. When I trade this, I remember you can go to this PGL, you can go to this EPAC durable. This time other two also performing like anything. They are giving 3x, 4x kind of return this time only. Okay. So when I get to the already in my mind there, this entire sector is going up because due to the demand and the supply gap, right? So that's why definitely it will also do good. And also here their fundamental trigger is also there. And they are one new facility they have started, just commissioning new facility also started in particular that time. But from this also, if you clearly see any shakeouts also happening, it's always comebacks from key level. If you're close to C, for it is compressed now. I don't see much, but it is close to C like 50 dema, yeah, 22 dema. Say, it will can reversal also many times. Just go to check the chart clearly, so you will get that. Many times I see shakeouts happening, but it will come back immediately from key support level. It will not break those level and go down, and again it will come back. So that's why I tell immediately those who have position, some people I see they sold immediately 100%. Don't go with that. Try to at least 30%, again 30%. Like we adding in tranches, but we sold anything. Again, we gold in one bet. Don't do that. Better to go with tranches also. So why I have to take? Because many times I saw, those people previously holding Avalon in that gap down, they entirely sold and get exited. But you see after what is happening, 450 say the stock climbed to 900 something. So clearly, it's a massive 2x amount of return within just 2 to 3 months. So entirely
इट्स
there is this thing, right? So that's why
वेरी
if
वेरी
this is
इंटरेस्टिंग एग्जांपल आशीष भाई।
right, this if
एंड
this is
आशीष
happening
भाई,
also,
नीचे जो आरएस भी आपने लगाया उसको कैसे यूज करते हैं आप, मतलब हाउ एग्जैक्टली
uh,
यूज
I just see these things whenever I quickly just say every time I got these stocks from our dashboard now, whenever adding here, so quickly see just trying to see this outperformance because sometimes you see what we are taking now. Just say आपका हो गया trade just like this SML switch. If you see clearly before also it give 30% circuit change, it will come down again. It's starting up right, particularly this N formation. So before this end formation, these types of pattern is there. मतलब यहाँ से यहाँ तक ऐसे कुछ green formation हुआ होगा. There is some area green type का area होगा. Again it will go some in consolidation. Again it will start pick up. So at least I can have idea how this stock behave in past, how this stock behave. It is like an very aggressive stocks. Like if you see whenever every year whenever I trade defense company, specifically आपका हो गया that company. Specifically I remember that drone company. I just forget the name. Mahesh, can you remember?
Apollo,
No, no, no.
Pentec,
दूसरा. No.
Paras.
Paras. So I remember Mahesh Bhai also this time with me. So whenever last year also, whenever we trade this company, if you see this company mark, it is just like 45 degree angle like data what is global. It won't stop you, it won't give you chance to consolidate again go. Straight IV, end set formation हो गया, एक 1 month done, blow करके, धूम करके सीधा it will give you 70, 80, 100%. So every if you go check last year, same thing. I repeat. I write this talks Paris defense last year on April, May, June onwards. Same thing happening this year also. So sometimes happening that these types of company you won't get to grab these types of setups.
Thank you, Ashish bhai.
Welcome. So let's move to the another reaction, that is no reaction. Basically, what is happening, I see many times just before the earnings, IV formation is going up. Institutional volume, yeah, on a high volume quarterly, Y volume on daily, daily high volume quarterly, Y volume yearly. It, these types of things coming on this thing. Okay, volume bar पे आता रहता है normally. So whenever observe these things, interesting thing found. Earnings are gaya, it's okay. It will show like 1 to 2% reaction. Yeah, maximum 3, 4, 5% reaction. Again, after some day, it will go for side day. And you see, say, this is the classic example what I'm tracking. I'm not holding this position. I'm just tracking to prove this concept how this works perfectly. See, this is the IV. This is the very common things you will get. You can scan from a dashboard, and it is very interesting. I know 2 to 3% who are doing this rather than PAD. What is happening in PAD? Na? Many times you missed out. Many people missed out those PAD stocks because it's violent, explosive moves. After earnings again, after suppose Friday is the earnings, then Monday onwards it will open only gap up. Either you can tranche up, otherwise you can make the position size in big, otherwise you can make a good entry. Because I'm in POCL, so that holding previously, so that the reward is suitable for me. Those people entering now, after that gap up only from that day onwards till today, you see they have to sit around one month closely around in consolidation phase, right? So apart from this, you can track. This is very interesting things. Previously, what we discussed on the negative reaction and no reaction. See no reaction, but after some day, huge gap up. And I don't know background what is happening in the company. Something definitely happening because they gap up, but it is going good. I'm not in my position, but this is the classic example of this thing. And many things here. You can get some many companies. I remember that time I forgot the name, 4 to 5 same companies there. कुछ reaction नहीं था, earning reaction, but immediately after 15 days, those are going doom करके सीधा 40-50%. Then I was how to find this company in our dashboard. Then I find earning day no reaction. Yeah, in no reaction, you have to check previous day also. There is some big candle, yeah, IV type of candle is there. Then it will give you confirmation, yeah, something is going on. So track this pattern also. It will very interesting. Okay, last year I see this massive things happening in October 9 when the market is down there. These types of pattern is going there. So try these things. It will help. Not till now, I'm not exploring so much of that, but with you guys, let's do maybe some new concept will emerge that this way also. But I don't know. Okay. So this is okay. This is my kind of three most used 90%. I use this three pattern in my satellite site on investing. So apart from that, let's come to the risk management. One thing you have to always remember stop loss. And here you think like stop loss is like on the day if you enter the stop loss. Many people think stop loss is like only multiple things actually acts as a stop loss. It's not like that. Only 10 dema, 20 dema, yeah, only 100% from 200 dema. Some case we just think that example I'm giving. Some case I remember that day only Paras defense. It is like massive. It will go like suddenly from 200 ms it will extend it around 90%. After that you see either the circuit will be changed. In that day it will come down again, come down and go for a long consolidation of 6 months. Otherwise, the same day only it makes a big wicks with a massive volume. So that day, all that day onwards, you just have to sell those types of stocks and get exited. Better to get all those. Matlab you can have the opportunity to book all the profits, whatever you make throughout this trade. So stop loss is a must. And position sizing of capital maximum 3 to 4. I don't want to lose much. So 5% sizing is maintained. If it is go below 5%, I will must exit. So I don't want to explain more what are the pros and cons in this particular swing trading. Short-term profits flexible होते हैं, but it requires the most important thing, discipline. And multiple times also you will get this false signal. Apart from now also, if I'm using this strategy, till now also we get lot of stocks. But right now we are in learning phase, so that I'm evolving. Right, someday before I get multiple IV days in SEP, I enter this trade, but after some day it is going gap down. Sometime it is break the IV low day break, IV low price day break. So the most important thing, it's requires discipline. Like Mahesh Bhai said, every day you have to give your some time. Every day you have to scan lot of stock, so that only you will get observe. You can literally, it's like you can talk with the charts. Then only you will get those insight of this chart, how this pattern is, how that pattern, how that stock, how this stock in that time, how this thing's going on, what is on fundamental changes, what in background going of this company. Everything you will get to know this. Okay, so don't think that only through technical you can make most of this amount return. If you add with some kind of fundamental reading background of the story, like I said about Ola Electric, because of my reading on before 6 months, 1 year, the reward now I'm getting on Ola with its kind, right? So we need to read about this company on much more before. So when you trade, at least it can help you now. So read on this front and have some discipline in your, like all you are belongs to some good professional level. So without discipline we can't touch it. So this is the most important thing here, because whenever in myself also break the rule of discipline, you'll get either my stop loss is going hit, I have to take the burden of lose some 3 to 4 or 5% of my capital. Okay, and next come to this this come to this your stop loss strategy. Core structure, normally I told you about my stop loss, about tracking the business. What is the pace of it? Suddenly the pace of growth, means EBITDA margin हो रहा था 35% के हिसाब से growth. Now the growth comes to 20%. It will go down definitely, no doubt. Either it will consolidate for some day, otherwise it will go down come immediately. In that particular day, you need to book whatever the profit you want. If you have a good profit, like people I see 10x, 12x में बैठते हैं, but when they go on a longer time horizon, now they have only 4x, 3x. Why you not exactly exited those stocks? No, I think it will improve, but it will going down. So for that only you can use also technical like 3 months pattern. And also I got a question about why 3 months pattern, because whenever we judge a company, this company, we want to see this company growth on a 3 months, right? On quarterly result we are seeing, we are not seeing monthly, weekly result. That's why core stocks should be valued in longer time horizon, should not be on like weekly or daily. Satellite, normal I follow on the starting phase of 50-20% जो होता है, starting 10 dema, 20 dema, 10 dema, minimum 15%. When the profit bill above 50%, half century complete, then I switch to 20 dema. In some case, like Paras defense, every day we only get exited the day only some like 45-degree straight angle it will go up. It will extended from 200 MA, at least 100% extended from 200 MA. Like sometime before we talked about, it will help you to grab good amount of profit. At least in special, if you special situation also, if you're investing with a good sizing, let's make at least 30-40% book करके let's hold the rest amount to long. Okay, you can do that way also. But remember only, whenever a stock enter 100% extended from 200 MA, it needs some cool down. Whatever your thesis, it needs some cool down, and you can test also, go to those stocks. Either those, basically these types of stocks are very explosive in nature. I can give you examples, lots of example. I tried sometime in GRSC, I tried sometime in this Cochin CPR, I tried this thing Apollo Microsystem, Paras Defense, PG, and many company I trade. Those whenever they are entering a 100% extended or 200 MA, you need to book some. Either book some 50%. Otherwise, if it is clear after some day, you definitely see some negative or something, it will again come back. Okay. So this you will work beautifully in many cases. Now coming to the most important case, some pattern is there like mathematics global someday before. In some pattern, it will on same day only it will break 10 day, 20 day, and same day you will be close. So here you need to see the volume with price strategy. What many times what you miss that we only see the volume. Suppose today is the volume 200%, it's okay. The stock going at 5%, absolutely okay. The next day volume is around 300%, stock going 8% is okay. The third day the volume is around 400%, yeah 500%, the stocks only move 3%. Then you did ask yourself, previously, the volume is very low. Now, though, with high volume, the how the stocks only 3% giving, yeah, making some wicks in that. So that is a clear sign there is some big pressure in that company. Either it needs a consolidation if it is on primary state of a trend, starting trend of the particular company. Otherwise, if it is on top climax stock, like sometimes this thing happening in climax stock. I remember last time we did in Apollo Microsystems, same thing happening. Same last 2 to 3 days, everything goes well. Fourth day onward, I see volume is clearly around 6x. Stock is only up 2% from the 10%. So I clearly get exited, and it's works. Many times it works for me. So you can try these things in your trading journey and let me know if you get anything interested apart from this also we can use. So let me know. I love to learn and use that. Okay. So this is about all the strategy and whatever about the swing, whatever I told you about the specification, whatever I told about my core stocks, whatever the thing, this is the only things I do for my in my core and satellite investment. Okay.
Thank you so much, Ashish bhai, for sharing
Yeah. Thank you
your
for all. Thank you
strategies.
for all.
And any questions that we have for Ashish bhai? I mean, he
Ashish
has been
Bhai,
answering us all the
Yes,
length. Yeah.
yes, right.
I have one
Hi.
question. Thanks for this very insightful session. Actually, my question is regarding trading view. I have
Yes.
seen some icons like thing below your uh,
Just let me
uh,
know which one. Just let me tell which one.
your satellite, your
Uh-huh.
watch list. Below that,
Mhm.
I am seeing some icons. How are you adding those icons?
Which icon? Sorry. This
Dollar.
icon.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
these you can these you can go to the directly this is the fast whatever the fast what can I say? Just go to the watch list, add some symbol in the fast. That symbol only come to here only. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. But then here, five symbols are there.
This
So
is my watch list actually. This is my core watch list. This is satellite watch list. This is another one of my friend watch list. This is another
You
friend
can
watch list.
create watch lists and favorite them. And
Yeah.
when you
Favorite
do
them, then
favorite,
you
it
will
will
get
okay.
appear
those.
there. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thanks,
Okay.
thanks.
Ashish bhai, you spoke about some new ideas which you are tracking for the core. Um, and I'm sure, there is CapEx or something which is happening which you are tracking there, right?
Right,
So,
right.
would you like to guide us on couple of stocks on what is that which is helping you to track them?
Look, currently one thing which I'm very aggressively this company in my core holding only, you know also Solar Active Pharma. So you see on chart back just a second.
Yeah, here the new management guy, right?
Yes, here
Starting with
new
S or something.
management is there, but the thing is what is happening. It's not only about new management. It's about a company which is Johnny. I learned this art from same like Newland Lab. Newland Lab was in the phase of 2021. You can see this company Newland Lab. What is that? Newland Lab, yes. Just see Newland guy this particular time period. Okay, this from 21 to this 23. This the transformation happening in particular Newland Lab. Solar Active Pharma stands now exactly in that particular phase. So here management guy is news with ethical, who is very powerful in storm experience and R&D capability. This is not a company belongs to purely on CDMO. Now this company is starting to a higher margin like CDMO. Now the company doing multiple backward integration. If you want to see how multiple backward integration help you, just read about Lotus Lab. One time, Lotus Lab exam. I'm giving you some examples. One time, this Lotus Lab, Deepak Nitrite, DMCC. DMCC has a ball chemical, a ball commodity player, right? So what is happening in their product portfolio? 60% belongs to ball commodity. Once time it was 70%, 30% belongs to specialty. So DMCC what made? DMCC made in this like backward integrate them. Then he itself consumed for the 70% whatever made ball. Now they reduce to 40%, 60%. Now they come to specialty. So you see the transition. 30% to 60%, 70% to 40%. Okay. So here you see the
Low
transition.
margin to
Second
high
thing,
margin product.
exactly, low margin to high margin product also going. Another thing also they are doing, whatever the commodity they are making, they consuming itself. So this is a prime example of DV Slab. When you go to find DV Slab success story, this is the same scenario. This is they played out in their business throughout this last 15 years. And this is the same thesis played out by Loroslab now. This is the same thesis played by DMCC, Deepak Nitrite, and now also this Solar Active Pharma also doing the same thesis. Okay. Another clean, neat management, which currently I'm tracking this company name is Clean Science and Technology. Okay. What is there? Significantly down fastings. The stock should not be in a momentum to the core. Significantly down from the high. It is significantly down. You see, 2600 kaha. Valuation is in that particular time, valuation which we can think about this valuation also, how bad it was. Now it is come to under a good. It will like on sideways consolidation time. Okay. Now they are doing very great. They have three different capex plan. They have three different, not three. They have 17 new molecule to be released in market. It will be going to their something belongs to some are from that belongs to R&D side, some are belongs to on their production side. So they both will capitalize, monetize all these things at certain of next 2 to 3 years. So whenever these things will happening, so you see there is a clear there is a clear trend in the revenue cycle. So you know if the revenue cycle is going to start, then clearly the chart will going to start it higher high formation in 3 months. Just a recent example of HLE Glasgow. You see what is happening here. So not you think this is one time the best thing to buy the stock? You don't believe. I read about this company. I know the business, but I don't have this strong knowledge about this business cycle. I need to help. How I get the things now? This is the first time you see after long high volume in quarter, high volume in quarter. It's okay. It's come in my radar. Absolutely okay. I don't do. This is after the earning. This is the first time it is going to be gap up. This is the primary fast signal for me to look at this company as a core because these types of company can create massive wealth. It already create before also from investor. Those are holding from before COVID level, right? So apart from then only I read think more about this company. I find what is happening. If you take technical bills also, apart from don't know anything about fundamental, you see there's a clear sign, bottom formation down. If you go to the EBITDA margin, same thing you will find. EBITDA margin, bottom formation down also in EBITDA margin, yeah, OPM margin. Now it will, मतलब जितना नीचे जाना था, that is over. Now it's time to go up. यही हो रहा है इसके साथ. If you really leave these types of company, so you will get whenever this um, chemical pharma cycle will started, these types of company will benefit it. Actually, Glasgow, GMM Powder, Borosil Scientific, Tarsan Product. There is a lot of companies there. They are the in between the value chain of this
Chemical
particular company.
proxy companies, right?
Yes, they are the value chain belongs to chemical and pharma company. So why we only bet to pharma chemicals? We can go proxy because you know maximum proxy can be bought from playing by these things, right? जैसे कि मैंने पढ़ा था, you see people are proxy about the Genset TD power.
Yes.
If you go to the client slate, you will clearly see Scander हो गया, ABB हो गया, any company you see, supplier is only one company, TD Power. So better to play TD Power, why to go to that, right?
Correct.
So this way, multiple companies there.
Thanks,
And
thanks, Ashish bhai.
well,
Anil ji, please ask.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Ashish ji, thank you for a very
yeah,
excellent
good morning.
session. And for the stop loss that you had just mentioned about 10 and 20 DEMA. D stands
Yes.
for days, right?
Yes, yes, days only.
So,
Because
so
we
for
are normal.
yeah, for satellites, generally we follow week. So better we before we exit or book profit or whatever, we check the 10 DEMA.
Yes, 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 yes.
So based on that, you exit or book the profit, whatever.
Yes,
Is that right?
yes, yes. Right, right.
That is more profitable.
Yes, right. Because normally when we take our trades, that time it was in a whatever in a what is this number blue dots kind of formation. So the smaller time frame MI is getting compressed, right? 10, 20 demo, everything get compressed, right? So it is
Yeah.
value you can take like 10 demo, 20 demo, 0 ऊपर होगा 0%. 10 demo, 12. So whenever we get uptake, then you enter the profit. Suppose it is going like 20%. So enter 20% I get. So now it is 20% uptake from 10 demo, slightly maybe 15% या कुछ होगा from 20 demo, right? So here I am tracking 20 demo हो गया, I mean to position is 20 demo I am reached. So in that particular situation, if something happening, then I track at least 10 demo कहाँ से 20% is extended from 10 demo. At least in that situation, if you see any negative candle formation is there, yeah, any consolidation phase is there, yeah, I clear in my mindset, I only trade this for short term. I don't have any positional type of weight. It's only for swing 15, 20 demo. Immediately book at exit. I don't wait for this much of. If in that particular scenario, same day, pressure like candle formation, multiple, despite of the bigger volume, stock won't able to go up, rather feeling the pressure. Yeah, any outside market pressure, immediately book 50%, get exited. I'll wait for the retest. If the retest down, again go up, it's good. If it is no go up, again it will consolidate. Again, rest of these things I book and exit it. But normal, I prefer to add like in tranches, maximum 2 to 3 tranches. The same way also, I like to exit in tranches. I don't get exited immediately. Sometimes it's happening in 1 to 2 stock due to my mistakes and all. Otherwise, normally I love to exit it in tranches because that will be profitable for me.
Okay. Thank you, Aashish.
Yeah, welcome, Anil.
I think we
So-
don't have any more questions now. Well, in case you wanted to say something? Ashish bhai, you are about to say something.
No.
Okay. All right. So, thank you, Ashish bhai, for this insightful presentation. It's been
Welcome,
2 hours
welcome
now.
everyone.
And in case anybody has any other questions, please feel free to ask in the group. And
Yes.
right, Ashish ji, I'm assuming that anybody can contact you through your
Yes,
Telegram. Right. So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for
Yeah,
giving.
thank you everyone. Hope you enjoy the session. And Puneet, we are also going to make some good new tricks in our dashboard for core and satellite. So thank you, Puneet bhai, for giving me the opportunity to share here, and everyone who is joining here. Thank you. So let's wind up the session.
Yes. Let's find
Yeah,
out the
bye.
Thank you,
Jai
everyone.
Jagannath.
Thank
And
Jai
you.
Jagannath. Thank you, sir.
Jai
Good
Jagannath.
day.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Thank you, Aashish bhai. Jai
Ashish,
Jagannath.
Puneet
Thank
ji,
you.
can you share the notes?
Yeah, I will see. So I've never tried. This is the first time I'm trying
Yeah,
AI
I think it will be
notes. So
stored somewhere
yeah.
in the folder, but before you close, you need to do that at least
Oh,
in.
is it?
Yeah, that's why I just wanted in Teams, it will be, parallelly generated. If you click on the AI annotation, it might have done, you can say that summarize the important notes or summarize everything which Ashish spoke.
No, so it's only tells me that I mean the AI button is on and it says that who will receive a summary after this meeting. It
Okay.
says only the meeting host. So
Maybe it
I
will
get it through
store
an
in your
email.
local folder. No. It will be stored somewhere as a local folder where Zoom is installed. Or
Okay.
maybe if it comes as an email, you can share us with on the Telegram.
I will do that, but you just mentioned that I have to do it before I close the meeting.
Yeah,
I'm not
usually Teams
sure.
it is like that. Teams में तो ऐसा रहता है Microsoft Teams में.
Okay.
तो यहाँ पे if it is different, I don't know. नहीं तो क्या होगा वो क्या होता है ना कई बार हम लोग notes लेते हैं लेकिन it won't be complete.
Okay.
Yeah, so just thinking कहीं तो रहेगा captions. I am not
Okay.
that.
You
So
guys carry on.
Yeah,
Bye
thank
to
you,
everyone.
Ashish. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Welcome.
ठीक है अगर कुछ ऑप्शन दिखता है तो कीजिए नहीं तो फिर होपफुली कहीं फोल्डर में सेव होगा वो नोट्स.
So I have requested to stop the AI now. You must have
Okay.
received a
Yes,
notification.
I have received it. Yes.
So please accept it, and I think it will generate. Once you stop it, it will generate. I
No,
think.
it says it gives me a warning that the following assets will be deleted for everyone, transcripts and summaries, if I stop it.
No.
So,
Then we have find out.
Ankur, if you have done this, you can share the notes because this link is not accessible. Can Ankur code click all me.
Ankur, have you saved it? I mean, was it possible to even?
No, he used an AI tool to do that for him live transcription.
Okay.
Were you able to save Ankur?
No, it is saying for a paid version because it is saving, but then it is a paid version where you get this transcript.
Oh, okay. Smart.
But I think Zoom has the capability.
Correct.
So it will be storing somewhere on your desktop only or in the folder.
It must be there. I mean, it should be there then. I have the paid version, so.
So
Yeah,
if you just click
But
on this open the transcript button,
AI companion.
no, I click on a AI companion button.
no, in the lower side, if you
Let me
see
just.
there is share the transcript, then there is another button open the transcript.
Share and open. Okay.
So if you just click on the open the transcript, if you want
Let me just share my screen. I will share my screen and then you can guide me
Please.
how to do it, right?
yeah. No, just go to the meeting. Yeah, on the meeting only if you go.
Yeah. Can you see the meeting screen?
No,
No.
we are seeing
Oh,
your Windows Explorer.
okay.
Yeah, the third window.
Uh,
Now we are seeing trading.
actually, yeah, you cannot actually see this thing.
Mm-hmm.
एक बार डॉक्यूमेंट्स में जाइए तो पुनी जी वहां पर जूम का फोल्डर है डॉक्यूमेंट्स
Okay. No, not here.
अच्छा
Not here. Sorry. Maybe it will get saved in the cloud.
Might
Is it?
be, since you are a paid thing, just wait for that. If you are
Mhm.
not getting, contact the Zoom saying that you have done the AI and you need the notes. They will be from the back end able to push you also, I think, since you are a paid customer.
Now, also,
Sure.
if you see there is something called tactic.
Tactic.
Tactic नहीं
Yes.
है उनके.
पता नहीं.
No, there's nothing called tactic here. Notes.
No, Tactic is another AI extension, and that's what Ankur was using, looks like.
Yes.
No, Zoom ka inbuilt hai. So, and paid members should get it. Puneet ji. Maybe it's learning for us. You can give it a try.
Okay. If I get it, I will definitely share them with you.
Please. Thank you.
So
Good day,
it will
all.
be sent to you on the email. That's what Google says.
It will send. It will send me through email.
Yeah, एक बार मैं आपको chat में ping कर रहा हूँ. What I was able to find.
Okay.
It says that sorry, क्या डाल दिया मैंने?
पुनीत आप ये रिकॉर्डिंग शेयर करोगे ना?
Yes, ma'am. I will share the recording.
Okay, thanks.
What it says is that to get notes from the AI companion, access the Zoom web portal and go to the summaries to view the meeting summary generated after the meeting. So you have to
After the meeting.
You
Okay.
have to
Yeah.
close the meeting then.
Close the meeting and go to Zoom web portal and summary section.
Okay.
तो आपको मिल जाएगा फिर आप कर देना. ठीक है.
ठीक
Thank
है.
you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
all. Good day.
Thank you guys. Good. Bye bye.
Great meeting.
good luck
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so